Toronto Raptors get their revenge on the Philadelphia 76ers back in Philadelphia. It feels good to say it. Say it with me. 10 and 5. 10 and 5. I predicted this team would start 5 and 10, so they have absolutely inverted expectations, and the vibes are back. Shout outs to RDM Anthony. The vibes is back. The vibes are back. And the coolest thing about this team is you really never know where you're going to get it from. You never know where you're going to get it from. Sometimes you're going to get bailed out in an NBA Cup game by Jamison Battle coming off the bench and looking like Klay Thompson. Sometimes you're going to get bailed out by RJ Barrett going downhill and putting up 26 points. Sometimes you're going to get bailed out by a BI masterclass where he gives you every bit and every ounce of Kevin Durant production. Sometimes you get this kind of game where you get a little bit of everything from everybody. A lot of people counting out Jakob Poeltl based on how he started the game, based on how he started his season so far. I don't blame you. Jakob Poeltl has been bad. Today, he came off the bench, and I think he produced. He was defensive, he was active, and he hit his shots. That is very important. Grady Dick. A lot has been made over the offseason about Grady Dick's defense and how it all fits into Darko's scheme. Well, today I think Grady Dick played really well defensively, and we will take a look at that. Today's film session is going to be spicy. It was a balanced game. Who do you give the game ball to in this game? Who would I predict gets the star? Well, I think the guy who gets the star is probably the guy whose family from the DMV area was in the audience watching him hoop, and that's Immanuel Quickley. Immanuel Quickley has turned a corner. You are correct. Immanuel Quickley absolutely gets a lot of kudos today. Wasn't a perfect game, but man, did he come through when it counted, okay? A lot of people did a lot of exceptional things today, and I feel like they all deserve a little bit of credit. Jakob Poeltl for coming off the bench and really just being a wonderful spark when the Sixers are getting a lot of production off their bench from Quentin Grimes and those dudes. I think that it matters that you're going to get a little bit of production off your bench. I mean, they got a lot of bench production tonight. Trendon Watford, who absolutely obliterated the Raptors last game. Jabari Walker, he came off the bench. I mean, they got a lot of bench production, and they got a ton of rebounds, man. The Raptors got out rebounded, and bro Quickley had a perfect game. He was very good. Immanuel Quickley was really awesome today, and honestly, I understand there are people who just are Immanuel Quickley detractors. You're not going to see it. That's fine. I think Immanuel Quickley played really well. I think he got off the ball. He set good screens in the start. You know, we saw a lot of points, Scotty, where IQ is setting this sort of inverted ball screen, and Scotty's getting downhill. And because Immanuel Quickley is such a good shooter, and because of the way that he's guarded, it is so hard. It's so hard for the defense to cover it, and Tyrese Maxey is not a good defender. And so you end up putting Maxey in the action. Barnes gets downhill against a slow-footed Andre Drummond. They did not have Kelly Oubre tonight. They did not have Joel Embiid. They did not have Paul George. But they did have a comeback. They had a comeback in them. This is the comeback team, okay? I don't know who out there is saying this is a fake comeback. No, this team very well could have beat you in the fourth quarter. And in the fourth quarter, you needed the solid playmaking of Scotty Barnes, who had a lot of turnovers today. Fair point. You know, he just wasn't checking his blind side today, and he got stripped. He had some nasty, nasty turnovers. Including one where he just got the ball trapped behind his back. We'll take a look at that too. But I think when push came to shove, you know, RJ Barrett had a horrible first half. He shot 1 for 6. Defense was a little bit compromised. Had a couple of defensive issues in the second half as well. But hey, man, he really was offensively tough in the second half, and he hit 5 for 6 in the second half. Let's take a look at the box score, and we'll take a look at the game. And I am looking forward to today's film session and also today's callers, because I think that the call-in show should be good today. Okay, so first and foremost, let's take a look at the game cast for a second here. It was never really in doubt for the Raptors, but there were moments. There were moments where it was really close. This was a coin toss game, according to Vegas. Once Embiid went out and wasn't supposed to play, I think the Raptors were favored to win this game by like 2 points. So this was supposed to be a game where it was supposed to be close. There were moments in this game where the Raptors blew the door open and the Sixers just came back. And it was just a neck and neck kind of game in the first half. Take a look overall at the team stats first before we look at the individual stats. The Toronto Raptors shoot 54% from the field and 38% from three. Their offensive process was amazing. In their first, I think, 12 trips offensively in the first quarter, they scored on 9 of them or got fouled and went to the line. It was really good offensive process, really terrible defensive process. They were getting beat to offensive rebounds. They were getting out-scrapped, out-hustled, and that's when the second unit came in. A lot of the Quickley, Jamal Shed lineups actually put a lot more pressure on Maxey. I think it was better for the switching concept that the Raptors are trying to do. Also, of course, there was a ton of effort put forth by the second unit from Jakob Poeltl, Grady Dick, a little bit from also Jamison Battle, who got into this game. The Raptors were without Colin Murray-Boyles, who I believe has an MCL strain. They are also without Ochai Agbaji for what feels like the 4th straight game. So Liam saying, am I crazy or was Grady playing defense out there? You are not crazy. We have proof. We have video proof. Okay. And Chucky Hepburn, shout out to Chucky Hepburn, our 905 hopeful, our undrafted hopeful, a guy that we support very much on this channel. 30 points and 8 assists is interesting. I think Chucky Hepburn will be a long-term play for the Toronto Raptors for sure. But yes, the Sixers shoot 40% from three. They shoot 47% from the field. They get more field goal attempts by 3. They get to the line a little bit less than you, but they do get a ton of offensive rebounds. And once again, if you caught my video about the Raptors need to trade for Day'Ron Sharpe, this is why you need to trade for Day'Ron Sharpe. You don't have anybody that can put actual size on Andre Drummond. And Andre Drummond is not a starting center in the NBA. Most teams in the Eastern Conference that you're going to face have a 7-footer out there that can crash the glass like this. Even the Chicago Bulls have a couple of 7-footers that are going to pose a lot of problems for you. The Raptors do not do well with this type of big, and they always get offensive rebounds. So I think the Raptors need to solve this problem. It has been a persistent problem. It's not going away anytime soon. Mamu is amazing, but you give up a lot on the back end with him. And frankly, putting CMB or Scotty out there with him is not going to solve the problem because it's still 2-on-1. So teams are figuring out your weaknesses. Absolutely, they're figuring out your weaknesses. They know that, there's certain defenders on your team that don't do well off ball. They hunt them in transition. They know that they can crash the glass against you because you keep losing the offensive rebounding battle every single game, and you are one of the worst rebounding teams in the NBA. How is this team 10-5 and they can't get a fucking rebound? It's crazy to me how this team is able to do this, but they do it every single night. And again, 33 assists on 45 made field goals. This is a recipe for success. I don't care who didn't play well today. I really don't. I like the offensive process for the most part tonight. Scotty Barnes leads all Raptors and frankly all players in the game with a plus 14. His minutes were dynamite. His turnovers sucked though. He had 6 turnovers. That's a season high 6 turnovers. He shot 8 for 17, 16 points, 0 for 2 from 3. RJ Barrett, 6 for 12. Caveat, RJ Barrett, 1 for 6 in the first half, 5 for 6 in the second half. I think the second half counted more. So good game, RJ Barrett. Got to the line 9 times. Overall, decent game. He's had a rough stretch over the last few games, shooting 50% from the field and 40% from 3. Should be considered a mega win. And making 8 of 9 from the free throw line, where he has struggled for the past 2 years, is also a mega win. Okay, Brandon Ingram, very efficient, 7 for 10. Didn't force things, allowed the double to come to him, and was able to move off the ball very quickly. Did end up having 4 turnovers, which also compounds. I believe he had a ton of turnovers the last game too. I think 5 turnovers the last game. So that's 9 turnovers the last 2 games. But Brandon Ingram was definitely much more of a willing playmaker tonight. Didn't get a single rebound. Only played 31 minutes. Got into a lot of foul trouble early. He picked up that 4th foul early in the 3rd quarter. Had to go to the bench. There were some very interesting lineup combinations tonight. Specifically, the lineup with Scotty. I believe it was Scotty, Grady, Jacoby. We'll look at it in the film. It was Scotty, Grady, Jacoby, Mamu, and probably Jamal Shed. That lineup was really cool. Really cool. Jamal Shed goes scoreless. That doesn't happen a lot, but he had 6 assists. He was dapping people up. I don't think he had necessarily the greatest game. Got blown by a couple times defensively. Got caught in the back end a couple times. But overall, he's had a solid season so far. I remain very bullish on him. Jamison Battle gets into the game for 3 minutes. I don't know why his leash is always so short. I think he played okay in his 3 minutes that he got, but Jacoby was definitely the better wing tonight. And Grady had it going defensively. Grady made some really nifty passes, when he got trapped on the baseline. You know, he made that brilliant pass over to Sandro Mamukelashvili. I thought his cutting was good, but most importantly, I thought his defense was good. He drew a charge. He got a block. He got a steal. Shout outs to Grady Dick, man. Grady Dick was awesome. For the Raptors, on the Sixers side, you limit Tyrese Maxey's field goal attempts. This is one of the leading scorers in the league, and you limit him to 14 field goal attempts. That's a mega win. That's a mega win for your defense. Yes, he did get open for some threes, got some threes in transition, 5 for 9 from 3 overall. Only put him to the line 4 times. You don't want to put good scorers at the line. The Raptors actually lost their non-Maxey minutes in the first half, which was really bizarre. Maxey ends up losing his minutes by 2. Again, not common. Every Sixer ends up in the negatives and the plus minus, except for Justin Edwards. Overall, this is not a Sixers team that you should have lost to, if I'm being honest. You should win this game. I'm glad you won this game. VJ Edgecombe had a really good game overall. I think his defensive effort was really good. He had, he backcut RJ a bunch of times. I think his poise for a rookie is really good. And off the bench, Quentin Grimes was a revelation. Hit his first 2 threes when he came in. He hit back-to-back threes in the fourth quarter to cut the lead down. Jared McCain just got hunted. Anything he gave them offensively was nullified by the fact that every single Raptor attacked this dude. Scotty attacked him. RJ attacked him. Everybody just hunted this dude. I think that I may have been a little bit presumptuous calling him like a future staple, this type, because he got off to such a hot rookie start last year, and we didn't really get to see the adjustment from the league. I think now that the league has had a chance to sort of study him and figure him out a little bit, I think you're going to see him get hunted a lot. He's very weak. He is not a good defender at all. He is a complete pylon out there. He's going to have to give you a lot of offensive production to make up for his defense. Otherwise, he is going to end up in the Cam Thomas situation without any of the Cam Thomas opportunity. So shout outs overall to the Sixers. They played a decent game. They made a valiant effort to come back. But when it counted, the Toronto Raptors got back into this game. And overall, they win this game handily, convincingly, by 9 points. Now, let's get to the film session. This is going to be fun. If you'd like to call in, the link is in the description below. Let me just post the link in the chat as well in case you want to get early in the queue. The film session is going to be about 15 minutes, and we'll get to the callers at around the 28-minute mark. But this is going to be good. This is going to be a good film session. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? Do the Raps win with Embiid in? I do think they do, but I think they have to play very differently with Embiid in the game. You'll have to realize that part of the reason the Raptors lost the last game with Embiid is because you had Scotty Barnes starting at center, and he is not a center. Here, we see Emmanuel Quickley get off the ball quickly, and no pun intended. This is something that he hasn't done a lot earlier in the season. Hold on, let me make myself really, really tiny and put myself at the bottom of the screen here. Good stuff. So here, Emmanuel Quickley passes Scotty Barnes, cross-court pass, and you can just see how off-balance the Sixers are trying to guard this. Maxey, the low man in this situation, that means the pass has to go to Jakob Poeltl. There's nobody at the rim. Great read by everybody. First of all, it took 3 passes to make that happen. The pass from Emmanuel Quickley to Scotty Barnes, the pass from Scotty Barnes to RJ Barrett, and then finally the pass from RJ Barrett to Jakob Poeltl. This is a team that is figuring each other out, and that's great. I said Scotty and IQ are making everything happen. Watch this. Okay, so I haven't seen a lot of this, but this is basically how I would use Emmanuel Quickley. And I was saying earlier, I want to see Emmanuel Quickley being used as a screener. It's just he's not the most effective screener. But here, you're going to see Emmanuel Quickley try to set a screen here on Scotty's man. Scotty is going to get downhill, and here, just find Jakob Poeltl. This is the Raptors offense running on high-octane perfection. Okay, this is what you want to do. It's not easy to guard Emmanuel Quickley screen. Watch it again. Now, this is not the same play. This is a different play here. Okay, and here we are. We're going to have a different play here. Emmanuel Quickley comes in this time. A little bit more solid screen. Force the switch. Tyrese Maxey reaches. Barlow doesn't get back into the play. And Scotty is collapse the defense. Find Brandon Ingram for a wide open 3. Now, BI has hit a ton of his above the break 3s so far. Hasn't been hitting them from the corners. Nice to see him get one going down. Perfect. I said Scotty is playing point guard right now, and the Raptors have scored on 9 of 12 possessions. This is great. Almost every single possession to start this game, it was Scotty running the point. IQ once again. Here we go. Now here, you get a favorable matchup. Good stuff. I wish I could tell you all of Scotty's offensive process was that smooth tonight. It was not. He had some really clunky plays. He had some brilliant plays. It was very, very much like Russian roulette with Scotty tonight. It was like either he was going to have the best play in the world or the absolute worst play in the world. So I said Toronto is running, running, running. Look at how quickly just watch the shot clock here. I like the fact that I included the score here. Watch how quickly the Raptors are able to get down on the Sixers. And again, this is the game plan. You need to push. They've got Andre Drummond on the court. He's not very fast. Okay. So you can beat him down the court, and he's a lot of size. He's not a great defender, but at the rim, if you allow him to get there, he has a ton of size at the rim. And here, look at how quickly this gets up. Again, RJ Barrett throwing the pitch ahead pass here to Emmanuel Quickley, and Quickley saying, you know what, Maxey, you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. I played with you in college. You're not nothing. So perfect offense. I said, uh-oh. Why is this not playing? Okay. That one's not playing for some inexplicable reason. But on this, Brandon Ingram, they send 2 to the ball. Jacoby sets a screen and then ends up fanning to the corner. Grady cuts through in the middle on this play specifically. That's not loading for some reason, and I do not know why. Why is it not loading? Oh, here we go. Pull this up. Make this big. Okay. I remember this play very well. Here comes Jacoby. Ingram takes the screen. Jacoby is going to fake the cut and pops instead. VJ Edgecombe loses him, and boom, that's an open 3 for Jakobe Walter. Largely open because Ingram draws 2, but also because VJ Edgecombe just gets completely lost. I said Grady will get no credit for this steal, but he deserves it. Watch this. Grady gets his feet totally crossed on this drive by Trendon Watford. That's a big dude coming downhill at you, okay? The fact that you chest bump on him, allow him not to go right by you, but force him to kind of go through you, knowing that he is not comfortable handling the ball on this leverage of a position. And Jacoby with the perfectly timed dig on the basketball, boom, take it. And guess what? We are gone and we are going the other way. Perfect defense. Again, this is all you require sometimes. All you need sometimes is a guy to delay the offense. Scotty Barnes. Once again, here we go. I said, my caption was, Scotty Barnes just told Jared McCain to go paint his nails. Thank you. You can't guard him. The Raptors, for whatever reason, did not find Ingram and Barnes enough in this game, and I don't really care. Honestly, I don't. I don't think this is required. And if you thought Grady playing defense was a one-time thing, it's not a one-time thing. Watch this. Now here, VJ Edgecombe thinks he's just going to jump right through Grady, and Grady takes the charge. Scotty gets the block, but it is a charge for Grady Dick. Look at the awareness to just get in the way. Now, Grady's never going to be a great defender, but can he do this? Can he do this once or twice a game? He's a really smart player. Grady is a really smart player, as evidenced by his off-ball movement, his ability to pick up this offense as quickly as he did. Now, this is a subject for probably another live because I really don't want to get into this. But I think the coverage on this team can sometimes be a little bit biased. And I think that it can sometimes skew what the fans think that they're watching at home, because obviously we have the audio on and we're listening to the broadcasters, just like you're listening to me right now. This was considered a foul. Okay. This is RJ getting blocked at the rim, and he is blocked by, hold on, pull this up. He is blocked by VJ Edgecombe, or not blocked, but fouled. And this is called a foul. So you tell me, if you're watching this after, you can let me know, is this a foul? Now, in the strictest sense of the term, you're not really allowed to make contact. But with the way the whistle went tonight, this is not a foul. I mean, you need to finish through this, pump fake, or avoid the defender. He's obviously going to go up for it. He's a very eager rookie. You need to finish through this. So I'm not really sure. Is it a foul? It is a foul. If that's a foul, there's like 45 fouls that didn't get called tonight. So shout out to Jack Armstrong for correctly calling that. I said, beautiful decision here by Emmanuel Quickley to find Jakob Poeltl. Patient, heady, he's getting way better. And he really is. His patience and his ability to know, when is it my turn? When do I need to get off of it? When do I have an advantage? Right here. You have a slow-footed seven-footer on you. If you pass this, it's a bad decision. You need to attack him. And here, you need to attack him. And when you force this second defender to dig on the basketball, you split that. Now, what's the right thing? Obviously, the wrong thing is to pass to Scotty Barnes in the corner, RJ Barrett in the back. The right play is to pass to Jakob Poeltl. And guess what? That's what Emmanuel Quickley does. Perfect. And Yak is finishing at the basket like a demon right now. Perfect basketball play for Emmanuel Quickley. I said a lot of defensive issues so far. Why is that play not loading now? Okay. Take a look here. So here, Ingram stops the ball. Once you stop the ball, Jacoby has to get out. Now Ingram has to close, and then Jacoby will get back onto Grimes. Ingram does not contest. And here, nobody goes for the rebound, and Trent Watford gets the rebound. This is how you get offensive rebounds. This is how you get offensive rebounded to death every single night. And it's largely because people are just not going and getting it off the glass. No one's boxing out. Okay, here, the worst fast break ever. And thank God it's not even the worst fast break I've seen this year. So many times the Raptors missed on fast breaks. Tonight, they didn't miss on a lot of fast breaks. I mean, I think we all remember that there were fast breaks earlier in the year where we were seeing, 2-on-1, 3-on-1s, 4-on-2s, and they're just resulting in smoked layups, smoked jumpers. Tonight, honestly, Ingram hit one in transition, Quickley hit one in transition. You get Barrett to Barnes, this little alley-oop connection here. For the most part, you're actually getting out in transition and you are actually converting in transition. But this was very ugly. Scotty is not expecting a pass here for whatever reason. He's not expecting Barrett to make this pass. He's just kind of like, you can see from the body language. He's like, there's no way he's passing to me. And here he's like, oh, he passed to me. Let me go do something about it. So good concentration from Scotty Barnes. But I think this points to a larger problem, which is that is an automatic pass for most teammates. It's weird that that was not expected. Now here, this is where I say the coverage can be a little bit tilted. Okay. You're not going to get calls, play through it. Is the call by Jack Armstrong? I need you to tell me if this is a foul on RJ Barrett. Like, is this a foul? Did RJ Barrett get fouled here? Now, obviously, this is a mirror reflection of a play that happened in the last, I think, 2 games ago, where Emmanuel Quickley is always going to look for RJ Barrett in this situation. For whatever reason, he thinks this is RJ Barrett's team. He's your point guard. He gets deciding power on a lot of these inbounds. He always talks about this team as like RJ draws the defense. So whatever. You're going to pass to RJ Barrett. That's cool. But here, if you're RJ Barrett, convert here. Now, the question is, wow. Because listen to Jack Armstrong's commentary here. You're not going to get calls, play through it. The implication, of course, to you, the fan at home, is that Barrett didn't just get blocked, he just got fouled, and the refs didn't call it. I've watched that play 12 times. That is not a foul. That is a clean block. Okay? So stop, Jack Armstrong. Just please stop. Like, it's just getting weird. Okay? And then this is not the last time you're going to do this. I said, I think VJ Edgecombe watches our lives. Is this good defense by RJ Barrett? Okay? You get a little caught flat-footed here. You do your best to shadow him, keep the arm up. You're trying. Decent defense. No complaints. I don't think he can do a better job than that, if I'm being honest. That's decent. It's not bad. That's not bad. It's not effective because he don't have the wingspan. Do you see how many times VJ Edgecombe attacked longer defenders and couldn't do anything? Most of his, I would say, if I'm being honest, if I would go and watch all of VJ's buckets, I know at least 3 of those 8 came on RJ. Okay. Here, once again, Barrett draws, Ingram draws the double team. This is perfect. RJ Barrett is excellent at cutting into space. Here, VJ Edgecombe is looking at Ingram. Ingram is waiting for somebody to present themselves. Either Barnes flashes or Barrett flashes. Barrett is going to flash here. And this time he's going to finish strong over Andre Drummond. Hype play, good patience by Ingram, great finish by RJ Barrett. Okay, I said teamwork makes the dream work. Watch this. Immanuel Quickley and Jakob Poeltl force this turnover here. Quickley immediately, no jogging up the court, immediately gets it up. And guess what? You don't have anything. Make the pass. Make the pass to Scotty. Scotty with the perfect connective pass to Jakob Poeltl. Passes it right back to Scotty, and Scotty gets a wide open dunk at the rim. This is perfect. This high-low action with Scotty Barnes and Jakob Poeltl is really working amazingly well. Okay, I said the defense was bad. The offense was somehow even worse. I do believe that RJ Barrett gets caught with his hands down here. You have to know who you're guarding. You can't back off this much. This is just not good defense. This is a wide open shot. You're too far back. Okay, you have to play up a little bit. Okay, so that's an open 3. And we're going to go the other way. And Scotty Barnes is going to do the unthinkable. One of his 6 turnovers here. Attack. Gets bumped. Ball gets stuck. And turnover. That is some Shaqtin' a Fool shit, bro. That is some Shaqtin' a Fool shit. You got to be tighter with the basketball than that. That is crazy. I said back-to-back possessions. Barrett and Quickley look off Scotty Barnes on the early seal. Good job. Look, man, on the first play, it was Barrett who looked him off. This time, it's going to be Immanuel Quickley who's going to look him off. You see Scotty Barnes down low. There's a very, very solid reason to pass him the ball. Number 1, he sprinted down the court. Number 2, he's a franchise player. Give him the ball. He's obviously asking it for a reason, and he's definitely going to make a pass to RJ Barrett. I can see the formation right now. RJ is going to backcut Grimes. Barnes is going to draw the second defender, and or Jakob Poeltl or RJ Barrett are going to get an empty bucket out of this. But instead, Immanuel Quickley just walks it up. One of few mistakes that Immanuel Quickley made all night. And look at Barnes' body language. He's like, fuck this, man. And he just stood in the corner that entire time. Sometimes Scotty has these games where, he just gets a little bit frustrated and then he just plays really terribly. This was not one of those games where he just played terribly. He kept playing through it, but there's no reason to look him off twice, man. Like, this is one of those things where you look him off once, he needs to go up to his teammates, be like, you missed me last time, don't miss me again. But geez. And why would you pass to him the ball? Well, Grady Dick's about to find out. You pass Scotty the ball here, and Scotty immediately draws the defender, and here's to Jakob Poeltl. Perfect pass. Good things happen when Scotty Barnes gets the ball, especially when you get him the ball early and you get him the ball in his positions. If you're going to ask him to create out of a standstill at 27 feet, probably not going to be the greatest thing for you. But if you get him on an early seal or a screen and he rolls downhill, you're going to get 2 points out of that possession or open 3 most times. And you need to utilize that. And early in the game they did, and later in the game they didn't. Now watch this. Scotty's defensive awareness is so great. Look at how he doesn't commit too early, right? Now, if you commit too early, like if you start trying to trap this because you over panic, right? Because you got a point guard who's guarding a 6'7" guy and 6'8" guy actually in Trendon Watford. Jamal Shed has no chance of stopping Trendon Watford. He's just moving him out of the way. He's got like 30, 40 pounds on him. And Scotty Barnes could have committed earlier, right? Could have committed earlier, but what would that do? I mean, he just watched Trendon Watford get a triple-double on his team. He's more than capable of making a little high-low pass to Jabari Walker, so he's not going to commit early. Instead, he's going to do the impossible. He's going to be in 2 places at once. Number 1, this entire play, guess what he has? He has the passing lane cut off. So it's just a trap at this point. He knows at this place right here, he knows exactly where Watford is going, He sees the process. Look at him. He's seeing it. He's like, I'm not going to double him early and allow him to kill me backdoor on a pass to Samaki Walker. Sorry, Jabari Walker, Samaki's son, to get this pass. But instead, I'm going to come at the last second and I'm just going to block this. Good block by Scotty Barnes, man. Good block. Nice. Smart, actually. Really smart. I said Scotty is an asshole, and boy is he ever, man. Here, Jamal Shed, again, you'll look at the 0 points, you'll say, Jamal Shed didn't have a great game. Jacoby Walter with the pursuit from behind, gambling a little bit, but just that little bit of ball unsureness by VJ Edgecombe results in the turnover. Jamal Shed passes up to Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes. Is that Jared McCain again? Oh, man. He's just really rude to Jared McCain, man. He's just really rude to Jared McCain. You're not like Jared McCain. What did Jared McCain do to you, man? He's just doing TikTok dances. Okay. Great play by Sandro Mamukelashvili here to find Jakob Poeltl. Emmanuel Quickley passes out to Sandro Mamukelashvili. And what is the advantage of a big who can roll, cut, and also make the pass in the short roll? This. It's not expected. It's not expected. Defenses usually expect this guy to try to score. Boom. Great three by Jakob Poeltl. Hopefully this is the turn of his season. I said Timu Curry strikes again. Good game. Yo, squint your eyes really hard. Draymond Green just set a screen for Steph Curry. Squint really hard. Just squint. Squint at the screen really hard. I'm going to play this out. You tell me if that action is not 100% Steph Curry. Boom. Draymond, Steph. Same action, same play, million times. Okay. He is nowhere close to Steph Curry. But he might be one of the closest things in the NBA to Steph Curry if a video essay that I made this offseason is to be believed. Okay, take a look at this. Look at how open RJ Barrett is. Shout outs to him for making the shot. But holy shit, who do y'all think you're guarding? You think you're guarding Ben Simmons here? You can't. Like what does the scouting report say about RJ Barrett? I think he's shooting like 33% from three. He's not shooting 5% from three. What is going on here? Jeez. Great pass. Okay. Emmanuel Quickley. Pass to Scotty Barnes. The second Scotty gets the ball. Yak sprints. Every time. Jakob Poeltl sprints. And I heard a rumor that Andre Drummond is still trying to figure out, how did this pass get past me? He looks very surprised. Almost like he's looking at VJ Edgecombe like, why didn't you block the 7-footer coming downhill? It's like, man, that's your man. Come on now. Now I say this not sarcastically, no italics, no font, no sarcastic font here. This is good defense. This is good defense by RJ Barrett. Here, successful switch. Get on to Tyrese Maxey. That is not easy. Follow him. Keep your arm up. Get back into the play. Perfect. And here, Ingram makes this a little bit tough. And boom. That's out on Grimes. Perfect. Good defense. Good defense. Now, just as I finished typing up that post, here's RJ Barrett in transition defense. Now, you can see the entire time Emmanuel Quickley is pointing to VJ Edgecombe. Now, look at RJ this entire play. IQ is pointing. VJ, cutting back door. Someone recover. RJ Barrett thinks he is going to outrun the basketball. That's your man. That's your cross match. That's your fault. And at this point, it became a 3-point game and way too close for comfort. Way too close for comfort. Okay. Now I say this is a real bitch move. Now, you tell me. Earlier I asked if RJ Barrett got fouled. Is this a foul on Tyrese Maxey? Did you see that hit down? It was a foul. The basketball gods have decided to reward Scotty Barnes. Ball falls right into his lap. But what Jack Armstrong says is not, oh, he got fouled. The referees missed that. He said, you got to play through that. And he follows that up with interesting. Brandon Ingram gets doubled, but they play Barnes straight up, as if reminding the audience what they are watching. And what they are watching is not a star. Cool. Good job, bro. Sometimes I wonder, did did Scotty Barnes like sleep with Jack Armstrong's girl or something? Like it's just weird, bro. Weird. Okay. Good job. Emmanuel Quickly saves the day. He put on his Batman cape right here. It's a 4-point game, and Emmanuel Quickly has the cojones to do that. You know what? I got to tell you, sometimes, man, it feels like people they just don't want the ball. Sometimes that's what it feels like. It feels like they just don't want the ball. And today, it felt like Emmanuel Quickly wanted the ball. He wanted to make plays, but he didn't want the ball to the detriment of his teammates. And I think he found the perfect balance between playmaking for my teammates and playmaking for myself. Like, what's my opportunity? What's my teammates' opportunity? He looked for the ball. He looked for he looked for early transition. He looked for his teammates. He set his teammates up. I really don't understand how anyone could have a problem with Emmanuel Quickly, but honestly, this is the internet, so maybe someone will find an issue with Emmanuel Quickly's defense tonight. I'm going to put the link in the description here. We got Jay calling in again, so we will listen to Jay and his insights on the game. But if you would like to call in, there's the link. Let's welcome in Jay. Jay, what's up, man?
Dylan, Rob, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Dylan, yeah. So Emmanuel quickly, I think he's getting comfortable with his role as far as like leading the team, and like I guess the coaching staff is getting through to him, right? And maybe he also just had enough juice to finish the game, right? Because he only had like 2 points, 3 points each quarter, and finally he came through clutch in the fourth with 11 points.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he just had juice, right? And like those are his shots, though, right? Those pull up threes, right? And just taking care of business when they needed him. Like, but yeah, he's definitely getting comfortable in that role.
Absolutely, man. What did you think of RJ's game tonight? It was a tale of two halves, man.
Yeah, exactly. Kudos to the coaching staff, right? I don't know what they told those guys at the half, but they came out swinging, and they empowered them to do what they do. RJ Barrett came super clutch. Like this is like why I implore the audience to be patient, because we're all gonna have bad days, right? Everybody has a bad day at work, bad day in a bad game. So look what happened, right? He came through when we needed him. He had that nice dunk. He said at the end of the game he's been working on it or whatever. That pass from Bi.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that we just gotta be patient. I think I thought that the fan base would actually um give that to him, knowing that he's like homegrown, right? So, but yeah, I think he was great, straight up.
Are you studying?
Yeah, a little bit.
Andrew said bro called in mid study session.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope. What are you studying for?
Oh, just my 310T technician license, red seal, blah blah blah. But yeah,
That's dope, man. That's dope. And you still made time to watch the Toronto Raptors.
listen, no, yeah, of course, they don't pay my bills, but I still try to, like I root for them, right? It's been so many years, but I gotta say, Rob, I forgot to do this last time I called, but I forgot to give you your flowers, my dude. You've done an excellent job with this channel. I love everything that you have done. I'm so grateful because there was a time when you came out, that dude, I don't know, I forget his name, and I don't want to say anything controversial, but there was a gentleman who also had a show, a podcast. It was just talking nonsense, and then the media, and like for the longest time, you're the only one that just spoke what he saw. That's all we want. Like, what I mean? No bias, no agenda, just what was presented, right? And so, yeah, I forgot to add that last time I called, that I do appreciate everything that you do, all your hard work. And it's kind of like, that's why I have to call in. I have to support you. I'm always watching your videos, working, not working, studying, not studying. I appreciate everything that you do. And I appreciate what the Raps are doing now. Like last year, it was famine for us, and now look at us, we're feasting, right?
Absolutely, man. Yeah, it's all about delayed gratification. I have no idea who are you talking about? Are you talking about NBHF?
No, okay, I'm gonna say some, whatever it is, what it is. But that Asian guy, I forget who it is.
William
That,
Liu?
yeah, William Wu, man, that guy. I ain't gonna lie, I always give everybody a chance, and I was, but it was a time where I'm like, yo, what are you talking about, dude? Like, that's not what's happening on the court, right? And he just had this own personal view, but that had nothing to do with what was going on the court. That time, that was when you were fresh,
Oh man.
and you were
Um,
killing it. I loved everything that you were doing, saying. Like, you were getting heat because Fred VanVleet sucks. You know what I'm saying? That's not your fault. Like, the man was like trying to get the bag. He did, right? 130 million, but at the
yeah.
cost of what? At the cost of like the fan base, at the cost of ticket sales, at the cost of the product. And him and Nick Nurse conspired, and I totally agree with that. That some of the things that you mentioned then. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's interesting, man. Like, it's good to know that. I always love to hear that people have followed it for like 3 years. Some people, they found us later. But you sat through like a very turbulent period through not only Raptors history, but me. Like I was turbulent, I was like crashing out of the chat. I wasn't perfect at all, man. I had a lot of mistakes. And shout outs to William Liu. I think he's getting better. I listen,
of course.
weirdly enough, I do listen to his show. Right
Yeah, yeah,
before I started this live, I
yeah.
was, getting my water. I turned on Hello and Welcome and I was listening to the first 4 minutes. He's growing, he's learning, we're all learning. That's the polite way to put it, But I feel like you put you are you picking up what I'm putting down? We're all learning, right? We're all learning. We'll leave it there. But
Rob, you're freaking killing it, bro. I can't give you enough credit for what you've done. I'm so glad that you made your own space. I'm so
yeah,
happy for you, and I can't
appreciate it,
wait to
man.
you. I can't wait to like see your trajectory. I'm just here, like
Yeah, I
uh,
appreciate it, man. This community is like a family to me, and it's is really great, man. It's really really great. Thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate you. Good luck on your test. That's dope.
res-
That
respect.
you get to watch some Raptor wins. While you preparing. I don't know about you, but like, and I never really thought about it until because honestly, like I never really thought about it because I was so young when the Raptors were last like a bad team. Like I was in my early teens, late teens, early 20s. I don't really think about like how much the losing impacted me because all I'd known as a Raptor fan was losing basically. But then I got to see all the winning and then I got to see the championship. And I swear that championship year was the best year of my life, period.
Same,
Period. I don't know
same.
what the hell it was. My luck with women was like up here. Greatest luck with women you ever had. Walked into every date like I was like, fucking Don Juan. Best luck with money, best luck with business, most ambitious. And I gotta tell you, like, since that championship, I haven't really felt that vibe. Like it's weird. Like, and it's like last year I started to feel it when the Raptors started getting blown up by 30, 40. I'm like, it's kind of affecting me, man. Like I really love this team, and I didn't realize how much them losing by 30, 40 is kind of like hurting my spirit a little bit. So, I'm really happy to see them playing good basketball. I'm happy to see them back. I love that this is a young team that we can all, sort of grow. But I feel like I said it earlier in like in a previous live, that the people who sat through the losing are gonna appreciate the winning so much more. I feel like there's this weird thing in life where people think they can just skip the nasty parts and just show up when it's good and it's all the same, and it's not the same. You're going to have a greater appreciation for Jamal Shed because you started rooting for Jamal Shed before no one knew who Jamal Shed was in Toronto. You know what I mean? Like you get to root for like Scotty Barnes through the struggles, so then the triumph just feels so much better. I'm not even trying to be romantic about it. It's just like that's life, so shout outs to you, man. Appreciate you calling in. Always a good chat with you, man.
Respect. Yeah. Big ups. Have a good night.
Big ups, man. Peace. If there are any other callers, definitely call in, man. There's a lot to take away from this game. Really, we got a wide open East right now. We got obviously it's not a perfect roster. This is not a perfect roster. We know this is not a perfect roster. There are going to be moves. There are going to be moves made. But right now, I think the Raptors are showing the front office we are worth investing in. It's a little bit like the Raptors in Scotty's rookie season. You remember Scotty's rookie season where the Raptors came out and they were just a little bit better, than you were expecting. And they were on pace for like 45, 46 wins. And the Raptors said, okay, we want to get you some playoff enforcements. Here's Thaddeus Young. Here's an attaboy for you, right? Now, hopefully, you don't repeat that mistake. You don't go Thaddeus Young. You don't go for the 32-year-old over-the-hill vet guy. But reinforcements would be nice. Now, I have a couple of names for you. Obviously, the number one, name that I'm going to bring up, and this is a video that I posted earlier, but I really want to talk about this because I think that after tonight's game, this is like very, very much on my mind. We need this dude. There's another name also that I will bring up. It's a little bit controversial. It's a little bit weird. You might think I'm crazy. You might think I'm off my meds or something, but I promise you I don't take any meds other than vitamin D. So the other name I'm actually bring up, how about Serge Ibaka? Serge Ibaka has been training very hard for an NBA comeback. Now, last I saw Serge in the NBA, he looked pretty washed. But if we're talking about a veteran to come in and be a 15th guy, who's better than Serge Ibaka, dude? Serge is trying to get back. Serge is trying to get back into the NBA. Okay, so I'm actually going to look it up. I'm gonna throw myself an email of Serge Ibaka working out, and I'm actually going to share the clip of him working out. Okay, because someone shared it with me. Shout outs on Instagram. Y'all shared it with me, so I'm gonna share it on here, and we can talk about Serge. We can talk about some other options. There were some other options that I was thinking about today, but there is a clip on Instagram that's circulating, and I will show you that clip of Serge Ibaka, doing some cool stuff on Instagram. He looks good, man. So someone told me they were like, it looked like Bam Adebayo. So he's not moving around like a guy who's totally over the hill and washed. Okay. Someone said, Tariq said Serge is a GOAT for pulling Kerry Hilson. Kerry Hilson, honestly, when I was 21, I could have sworn to you I thought Kerry Hilson was the most beautiful woman in the world. And I probably still think she's the most beautiful woman in the world. I don't know why. I've never moved off that idea. She might be like 45 now, but I just always felt like she was underrated gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna actually pull up this clip. Hang on one sec. Pull it up. Okay. So this is a clip of Serge Ibaka working out, looking decent. I'm gonna make sure the music is off. So this is Serge Ibaka, music off. Is there any way to view this a little bit larger? Hang on one sec. So there's Serge Ibaka dunking the basketball, moving around, trying to be fluid. I mean, what does this team really need? At least in part, what this team needs is a rim protector. I don't know how much he's going to be able to do that, but they also need an enforcer. They need a tough guy. They need somebody who can, teach. And I feel like Serge can do a lot of that. He brings championship experience. He brings multiple finals experience. What's wrong with putting Serge Ibaka in? Like, are you telling me he's any more washed than Garrett Temple right now? Like, again, no disrespect to Garrett. He's got a major role on this team, but can we move Garrett to an assistant coach and just put Serge on the bench? I mean, if Serge wants to come back, I mean, tonight, would Serge have really helped? Would Serge not have helped you a little bit? You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Also, just because I would like to talk about this in our call-ins, let me just take a moment here. Darryl, hold on. We get back to Darryl for a second. I just want to show y'all a little bit of Day'Ron Sharpe. Okay. So to anyone who missed the video, this is Day'Ron Sharpe.
area. Now Sharpe could go right at him, and he just fouled him out of the game.
7. Trail briefly at the start of the game. What a pass there by Sharpe. Bridger dives in and gets denied by Sharpe.
One-on-one with the guard Russell. Jovic denied by Sharpe.
In fairness, I said 3 seconds. Okay. Let's bring on Professor Pixel. Professor Pixel, looking a little bit more pixelated today. Kind of living up to your name a little bit. I don't know.
All right.
Never
That's
mind.
good to hear.
Never mind. You're back to being unpixelated. What's up, Darryl?
Not too much. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir, I can.
Perfect. Perfect. What a win, eh?
What a win, indeed.
Yeah. I got to say, unsung hero in the fourth quarter was Jakob Poeltl.
Yes.
Those the screens that he was setting, IQ was, I mean, that was just clean looks, totally clean looks. And I love to see it. I mean, you can see he was shooting with confidence. Man, those screens, a healthy Yak is just it's making such a difference.
He really does. Yeah, he's been great. Like, since he's come back, I think he is so underrated. Like, I was on Player's Choice and I was like, he's clearly a starting center in the NBA. And Chill was like, no, I don't think so. Why is he so underrated? Is it just because he's not very flashy? He doesn't rack up really big numbers? Like, I don't get it.
Chill likes shot blocking centers. That's why.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was great. It was great. IQ, the heroics in the fourth quarter were awesome. That's it. Oh, it's exactly what we needed from him. I'm so glad. I owe him an official apology for being on him. I mean, there's most of us Raptors fans do, but man, Darko was right when that interview when people were talking about or asking him about IQ, and he was just like, "Hey, we're not listening to any of that stuff. He's working through it. He's going to be fine. We all believe in him." On point, man. Darko nailed it. That was exactly right. We should have listened.
He was totally right. Like, I think his process has been so good, and I feel like very renewed. So typically, like most sane people, I do like to question my own analysis, right? So this summer, I was very, very high on this idea of like Immanuel Quickley making everything work, right? Made a video comparing him to Steph Curry. Like, that's not light praise. That's like the highest praise I could possibly give to a player. And when I saw him in preseason and I saw like the over dishing to RJ, I feel like it's almost like his obsession with getting RJ the ball is getting in the way of his better instincts. Because when he doesn't have RJ on the court and he's just playing free and he's just playing with Jamal Shad and he's just playing off of Yak and he just feels free to pass to whoever's open, when he gets it out of his head that RJ is a superstar, that I need to pass the ball to him every single time like he's Kobe Bryant, it's actually really, really effective. So I don't know like what nudge needs to go to him, but it's like, dude, if Brandon Ingram is open and RJ Barrett is open, there's a good pass and then there's a really bad pass in that situation. So yeah, so I'm feeling very confident about his long-term fit on this team. I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything bad to say about RJ today either. He was fine. He was doing third option stuff that he was supposed to be doing. And BI's passing out of doubles really made a difference tonight. It was great to see. And that's people have been mentioning it, like that's what the Raptors haven't had, is a guy like BI that's going to be so respected. Like every single time that he got the ball, the double came. Like there was no hesitation. The double was on him.
Yeah.
So good to see he wasn't turning the ball over too much. Yeah, it was nice. It was really nice. And who else? Yeah, Jacoby, great to see him hitting some shots. Great defense from Jacoby. Yeah, that was fantastic.
Do you know something really funny? I have never put Jacoby in a mock trade. I never do until like 4 p.m. today.
Yeah.
Someone asked me what would I give up for Ivica Zubac, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, well, they're gonna want Jacoby and Grady and RJ, so that we can have the double big, Zubac plus Jakob Poeltl off the bench. Like that would be such a dominant, because you get your big rim protector in Zubac. And I realized that was the first time I put Jacoby in a mock trade. And I felt very bad about it. And then he comes out and gives this game. And I was just like, never mind. I'm never trading you ever again. Ever. Okay. You stay for life. I was like about to blurt out on Twitter, be like, Jacoby Walter, max contract, pre-negotiate. Like,
well, you got a bit of a streak going about this. I mean, when you called out Davion Mitchell and then IQ and Jacoby, maybe you should be putting more people in mock trades.
I mean, I really don't want to be, but yeah, like I would like to think I have Jacoby respects Pensare Basketball, and I definitely don't want to change that. Like his trainer was on our show at one point. I was talking to Eric, and he's just like, "Oh, Jacoby says hi," and I was like, "Yay, Jacoby says hi," and I was like, "Please let him know we support him and stuff." But like, yeah, like I have a lot of belief in Jacoby, and I got to tell you, like the first 6-7 games really shook me. So what I'm learning today about myself is stop second guessing yourself and just stick to your guns a little bit longer. Like I feel like sometimes my girlfriend's always telling me, she's like, you second guess yourself way too much. Like you should stop second guessing yourself. And then I know the minute she tells me that and I actually listen to it, I'm going to stop second guessing myself. And then people are going to call me stubborn, and I'm going to stay. I just don't want to be so wrong for so long, like I want to be flexible. So I'm like, okay, yes, I was like very, very convinced Kobe Walter's going to have a great season, but he looks really bad. So I just feel like I need to be a little bit more calm and just be like, okay, 10 games, 20 games. So yeah, maybe this is a rule for next year. I'm not making any changes to my preseason analysis before the 21 game mark. I need to see 21 games, because otherwise it's just like hot shooting, cold shooting. Give Jameson Battle the max contract, waive Jacoby Walter. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, this is reactionary. This is crazy stuff. We can't be this reactionary.
No, and I honestly think that Ochai is not as bad as his start either. Like it wasn't all fake last year, so people are freaking out about Ochai. I think there will be market correction there too.
Well, I mean, Darryl, he can shoot 8%. Like it would be the worst 3-point shooting season in the history of the world. Like he can't.
Even I can't shoot 8%.
Neither can I. So that would be really hard to do. That would be really, really hard to do. But that being said, like hopefully, when he gets back in rhythm, it's such a tough thing for him because he's in a contract year. He's not in like one of those presumptuous contract years, or like, those sort of pre-contract negotiation years where he has multiple stabs at it, like Bruce Brown. No, this is a definitive contract year, i.e. you could be in, I said this about Davion Mitchell last year, and it didn't work out. You could be in China next year, Ochai Agbaji. He's not going to be in China. He's a lottery pick. He's an ex-lottery pick. He's athletic. He's going to sign on with somebody. But I feel like two-way contracts, if his range is like 10 million a year, two-way. Like he's in that range. If Caleb Houston can be a two-way contract for the Atlanta Hawks, Ochai Agbaji can be a two-way contract next year. So he needs to play his cards right. And if the Raptors make a trade for like a better wing, his minutes are going to go real fast.
Exactly. And I really like when I saw Darren Sharpe's contract, and I was like, hey, that matches Ochai's really well. I mean, it's almost exactly the same. And Ochai's an expiring, so maybe Brooklyn would do that.
Without major pick equity, man.
You sure?
Well, I was thinking about the last 3 trades that I can think of them making: Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, Dennis Schroeder. They got 3 seconds for Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah.
We got 0 seconds, so it shows our patience versus their patience. They got 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges, which felt unthinkable. And did they get multiple firsts or at least 1 first for Cam Johnson? Plus, they got the slightly more expensive, brittle, but maybe highly regarded player in Michael Porter Jr. So I think this is a front office that is very patiently willing to wait out the fair price on their assets. They don't dump assets. So, like, my theory in the earlier live was teams that want to be bad dump their bigs.
I think you made
maybe they
great
want to
points.
maybe they want to dump Nick Claxton.
Sure. But I mean, they got Danny Wolf. If they really want to suck, they can just play him more and trade both of their bigs. Like,
you may accidentally unlock like a 10-game win streak with Jewish.
Yeah, you may be good, actually.
Jewish Jokic. Like,
yeah,
it could
that's
happen.
true. Could
like
happen.
he could legitimately be like low key amazing. Like, I watched him dribble a basketball and it kind of looked better than some of our guards. So, you know, like for real, he's pretty good. I like Danny Wolf. I really do. He's a very weird player. Like, just like Derek Queen's a really weird player, and I kind of like weird players.
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. Yeah. He's gonna get that sponsorship right away.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, like I'm curious, where else would you look to make the obvious upgrade? Because I mean, like, I think we can both agree it's obvious what the Raptors need, right? Like, I'm not crazy. The Raptors need a backup pick. Like,
100%.
They're getting hunted
and you said
on the
again.
glass.
Like, and you made the point. Like, how are they winning all of these games with the rebounding the way that it is? Like, the offensive boards are what it's just like fingernails on a chalkboard to me, because I can see it. I was like, you go there and jump and reach up high. You can get this. You're going up against a guy that's like 6 inches shorter than you, and you're giving up this offensive board that's just it's right there. It's right there. And on the defensive glass too, standing under the basket. Don't stand under the basket. You have legs. You've trained your vertical jump. You've got long arms and big hands. Just get it. Go get it. It's there. It's not like, I mean, if they were trying and they were getting out rebounded because the other team is just way bigger and taller, and you're trying and you just can't get it, like, fine, I get it. But they're not even trying. And that's the one thing that really grates on my nerves is watching that. It's just like,
Yeah. And I mean, like, Scotty's been better on the glass. He was really putrid to start the season. And like, I think him being better has helped a little bit, but it can't clean up everything. Like, he can't out rebound 4 guys. Tonight, I think he had 9 rebounds. Ingram ends up with 0. He needs to get on the glass. He's way too long, way too good a rebounder to be getting 0 rebounds. RJ needs to put a body on the glass. Jakob needs to be as good as he's been. But then off the bench, like, you need to compensate for Mamu's lack of rebounding. He's just not a great rebounder. That's just not his skill set. He's a finesse big. You consider him like a small forward who's guarded often by centers. There's a lot of advantages you get on the offensive end with Mamu. And there's some defensive advantages too that he might have over Jakob Poeltl. He has quicker feet. He sometimes get back quicker in transition. He can block shots occasionally. He strips the ball a little bit. He's pesky. He tries. It's not a lack of trying. He just doesn't jump very high. Like, I don't know what to say. He doesn't have long arms. He doesn't jump very high. He doesn't have like a lot of strength. So everything that makes him so good on offense is also like going to hurt you defensively. And he's done so much for this team offensively that I feel no pleasure in criticizing him at all for anything. I feel like for me, Mamu can do no wrong at all.
Yeah.
Everyone can do wrong on this team except for Mamu, because he's on a minimum contract and he's probably like the fourth most impactful player so far. So yeah, so I'm just curious where you get it from, because, you know, your backup point guard is small-ish. Grady's not some beastly rebounder. Ochai's okay. Jacoby leaves a lot to be desired. I think all of these guys can gang rebound. But at some point, do you have anybody who's wide load coming through? You know, like Kevon Looney, you know, just a big dude, like what we saw with Andre Drummond. Like, do we have anyone of that ilk? And that's kind of where my mind went to Day'Ron Sharpe.
CMB is the closest thing we have.
Yes, he is the closest thing. And honestly, Jonathan Moba is also a great rebounder. That's another guy. So those two. But then if you play those two, you have no shooting. So it's like you have these center-like forwards biggish forwards and finesse bigs lead to bad rebounding. Seems like a bad recipe, you know? So I think Dayron fixed things. I'm curious if you know anybody else that you can think of that might be available that could fix things.
I haven't checked recently, but a couple of maybe a week or two ago, I was actually entertaining Yusuf Nurkic. No, I know, but his defensive rating was really, really good, and his shot efficiency was incredible. It's probably corrected, but I know for a second. I know.
Do you know what I said about Yusuf Nurkic last night verbatim?
What?
I said Yusuf Nurkic. If Yusuf Nurkic built a time machine and went back to the 1950s, he would still get cut. He would still get cut. He's so bad at basketball. Yeah. I can't stand him, bro. He is skilled.
I know.
He is skilled, but man, he is slow-footed. I mean, if we're going down that route, let's just get Jonas Valanciunas. Like, did you see Jonas Valanciunas versus the Bulls second unit? He was so unplayable. Like, we need to be so careful about not getting somebody who solves one problem, but then creating. Like, I feel like the Raptors sometimes play whack-a-mole with their problems.
Yeah.
You know, like swat one, create another. Swat one, create another. For once, I would just like a trade that doesn't backfire immediately.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
Like a solid trade. So, you know, if we go big or go home, kind of like in the Anthony Davis vein, of course, high risk, very high reward though, right? Ivica Zubac, high risk, high reward. Mega talent, 3 years, very reasonable contract. Here's a fun fact. He makes less than Jakob Poeltl. So
I would love Zubac, yeah, for sure.
He's amazing. But to me, it's like he was on a winning team. He was in a winning context. He's an analytics darling. He was borderline All-NBA last year. People were talking about him as a top 4 center. He's going to be so expensive. And if they put him on the market, they're going to get offers in the like 4 first-round pick range for him. It's crazy. Exactly. People don't know how much that guy would go for right now, but he would go for a lot. So I'm thinking bad teams, bigs not being used.
What about Time Lord? Would you kick tires?
Yeah. So I actually want to show you my list. I don't think you follow us on X. Do you follow us on X?
No, I don't use X.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, I technically have I have an X account and I do follow you, but I'm never on there.
Okay. So I actually want to show you my list of trade targets. And I'm curious what you think, because instead of asking you to come up with one just off the cuff, you're just going to actually come up with half my list. So I might as well just show you my list. Here's my list. Okay. So I said the Raptors' top trade targets for Toronto. Well, I'll make this a little bit bigger. And I'm curious what you think of the list. The list is Dayron Sharpe, Ivica Zubac, Daniel Gafford, Kevon Looney, Goga Batadze, Isaiah Jackson, Time Lord, Robert Williams, Trace Jackson Davis, Jalen Smith, Herb Jones, Cason Wallace, Keon Ellis, Malik Monk.
I love every single one of those names, and I probably would have come up with half of them, yeah.
Okay. So achievable, realistic, needed. I actually want to bring Recruiter Dude on here as well. Have like a sort of panel style discussion. Recruiter Dude, what's up, man? Didn't want to make you wait any longer. What's up?
No, it's all good. I was the guy, by the way, that suggested on the panel that we had a championship trade and we're the only team in the East, and you totally poo-pooed that. I was like, come on.
Is that a championship trade?
Yeah, we have a championship trade on the roster, and among other teams in the East, is what I said. I was convinced of that, but then you were like, no, that's not true.
No, you said we're the only team in the East.
Yes. Yeah.
We're the only team in the East that can make a championship trade?
Okay. CMB, picks, RJ Filler. That's tremendous value. Not that I want to trade CMB, obviously.
Okay.
But that's maybe something better than that for AD, which I wouldn't do that for AD even, but
okay.
Like.
So first of all, the assumption here is that we are closer than every other team in the Eastern Conference. No, we're not, right? So as constructed, where are we relative to the other teams that you think are close? So i.e., Are the Cleveland Cavaliers closer than us? Are the Knicks closer than us? Are the Pistons?
No.
closer than us?
No. That wasn't the insinuation is like we have the ancillary pieces to make one of the most meaningful trades that could potentially put us as a contender, a potential championship trade. So like in terms of like what are our resources? Like what do we have compared to other our rivals? I think we have more to offer. If CMB was available, which of course would be pretty idiotic, but let's just say hypothetically he was, all of our picks. Then you have
all of our picks. Okay.
Well, not all of them, but okay. And then whatever redundant wing you want to throw in for salary.
Okay.
And
so how about this? We're gonna use Darryl as a tiebreaker in this debate. Darryl, you're gonna decide which of these two offers are better. So, recruiter dude, you are the Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be a mystery team that you will find out about in a second. You make your pitch for Anthony Davis, and I'll make my offer for Anthony Davis, and we'll see which offer Darryl accepts, and which of our teams become a championship contender after. And I promise the team that I'm going to represent is from the East. Go ahead, make your offer for Anthony Davis.
The irony, wait, hang on. The irony in this is that I don't even think he's that expensive because of the risk. But anyway, that's fine. I'll play along. I don't have it in front of me for salary matching, but I'm going to say. Unprotected first next year. Unprotected. RJ.
So you're talking this year.
Sorry, this year. Unprotected. RJ. How
about this? I'm going to pull up the trade machine, and I'm actually going to punch your trade in so that Darryl can visualize your trade. Cool. And it is for Anthony Davis, correct?
Correct.
Okay, cool. So Anthony Davis makes us a championship contender in this world. Okay, perfect. So Anthony Davis is going to the Raptors, $54 million, 3 years. What is going the other way? So you said RJ Barrett, clearly.
RJ.
Okay. What else?
How much more salary do I need? I can't see it on my phone. It's very small.
You need $27 million more salary. You need another RJ Barrett, basically. Or more.
Okay, Oche.
You're not even close. Yep.
I know. Jakob.
Uh-oh.
How much more salary do I need?
You're matching right now. Now you need picks and assets because I shit on this trade immediately if I'm the Dallas Mavericks. I'm not taking I want CMB instead of Ochai, first of all. So that's the first thing. So this year's unprotected, and next year's protected. Do I have an agreement on CMB?
Now I'm debating. Okay, let's hear the other trade now.
The guy just got traded for Luka Doncic. Okay, he's still a top 10 player when healthy. You're not giving me anything close to a top 50 player when he's healthy. You're giving me a whole bunch of. If we're being real, Jakob Poeltl is overpaid. I already have Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford on my team. Why do I need Jakob Poeltl? This is a bad deal for me. So I need CMB, number one.
Yeah.
I need you to take Klay Thompson's contract. That's 2. And I need 4 first-round picks. No,
you're going to get 1 first-round pick. That's it.
1 first? No.
Yeah. You're taking CMB. You're taking CMB as the best defensive player in the draft, and he's a revalue. Okay.
First. So this is your final offer? 1 first round
pick? That's my final offer. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So this is 1 first-round pick. Darryl, this is your first offer. Okay? Okay.
I like CMB. Jakob, I think makes Dallas too good because they want to suck, and Jakob's a floor raiser. So I don't know.
And they also have Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively. Don't forget that. And neither one of those guys can play the 4, but okay.
Yeah. So let's hear the other offer.
Okay. Recruiter dude. It's gonna be bad for you, man. Okay.
I'm gonna guess the team. It's gonna be the Pistons. Go ahead.
It is the Pistons.
Yeah.
Okay. Salary number 1, Tobias Harris. Salary number 2, Isaiah Stewart. No, wait. No Stewart. I'm going to trade Karis LeVert, Jaden Ivey, picks. I'm going to trade 2026 unprotected. 2028 lottery protected. And I am going to take now again, Darryl, you are the Dallas Mavericks. Remember that. Okay. You're not the Raptors here. You don't get to be a Raptors, Glazer fan. Okay.
Of course.
You have
What's chat saying here? I'm not reading chat. Chat. What do we got here? I'm still
Chat's
feeling good
saying,
about this.
Chat's saying, "Say no, Darryl."
Okay. Okay, let's see.
Chat's saying, "I hate it." Chat's saying, "I don't want AD."
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So undo that. And okay. Is this too much? 67 million for 50 million. Yeah. Okay. Darryl, I have an offer for you. I will give you Duncan Robinson, Jaden Ivey, Karis LeVert, Tobias Harris, and I will give you 2026 unprotected, 2028 lottery protected, and I will give you 2031 lottery protected. And I will eat Klay Thompson's contract, and I will give you Anthony Davis. And you will give me Anthony Davis. Which trade is better?
Okay, well, you just stuffed it with picks, but okay.
Well, that's the thing.
Here's the thing. Yeah,
that's what happens. Like I am number one. I am the number one team in the Eastern Conference. Number two, I'm not giving up Jalen Duren or Isaiah Stewart, which allows Anthony Davis to play his natural position, which is the 4. I also am giving you pretty decent pieces, and I'm eating the contract that you refuse to eat, which is the Klay Thompson contract.
Well, I like the pick equity, obviously, especially. Yeah, we're going to need to restock this year. We're having a tough year. We don't want to be a good team this year. We want to maximize our pick equity for sure. So,
and I'm giving you I'm giving you a young point guard. Yeah. I'm giving you an expiring contract, whereas Mr. Recruiter Dude here is giving you 2 years of RJ Barrett, redundant because you have Najee Marshall and you have Cooper Flag. I don't know how that fits. And you're taking 4 years of Jakob Poeltl when you already have Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively.
I don't love Duncan Robinson.
They're gonna flip Gafford or Lively. Obviously, they're gonna flip them.
They're not gonna flip Lively. They're gonna flip Jakob Poeltl. What use does Jakob Poeltl have?
They're gonna flip Gafford. They're gonna flip Gafford too.
Yeah, but the reason they're trying to get rid of Gafford is the same reason they would want to be getting rid of Jakob Poeltl. He's too old to be on Cooper Fleg's timeline, and Gafford is younger than Jakob Poeltl. No.
Yeah, as the Mavericks, I think I like CMB better as a prospect than Jaden Ivey, but we are probably going to be moving off Kyrie, so we do need some guard depth. So I think the pick equity swings it for me.
There you go.
I think I go with
at least the point, Recruiter Dude, is the Raptors are not the only team that can make a championship trade. Fair, but I just think CMB's maybe I'm just too high on him. Maybe listen, you know what? You're really high on the Pistons this year, and justifiably. Like I have been watching them. Like they are like a spectacularly defensive. I think a lot of people are completely they're inexplicably low on the Pistons right now. Even if I take Jaden Ivey out of this and I put Ron Holland into this, right? Or even if I took Ron Holland out of this and I put Asar Thompson into this, I feel like I can beat your offer.
Oh, you could beat it with Asar. You would be stupid to trade Asar.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. As the Mavs GM, I probably wouldn't take either one of these deals for AD, but if you put Asar in there, I might.
Interesting. Probably. AG, what's up? You said you got some trades.
Yeah, I think we're focusing on the wrong guy from Dallas. I think we need to focus on Derek Lively if we're going to give up CMB.
Interesting. Why are they giving up 7'3", 7'2" Derek Lively?
I mean, look, I'm willing to go pretty far with my trade package because that kid is going to put the Raptors on a different level defensively and rebound wise. So I'm not interested in AD at all, like at all.
Okay. So Can we just we could sim this out? We're four really intelligent people up here, so let's just do this. Darryl, do you want to continue being the Dallas Mavericks in this situation?
Why not? Sure.
Okay, cool. And AG, I guess would it be fair to say you? Okay, who's who here? I don't want to get confused. Who's who here? AG, you're gonna be what? The Raptors?
Yeah, I'm gonna represent the Raptors.
Recruiter dude, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be?
I don't want to be I don't want to be the Pistons. I want to be the Pacers.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So you are the Pacers, and we are all trying to pitch Darryl on his treasure trove of centers. Okay, because obviously every team that wants to be bad is going to trade. So, who do I want to be? Like, what team do I really think needs Derek Lively? I don't want to be the Pistons either because I don't really think they need to make a trade.
Who's running the Mavs, by the way?
Darryl, Professor Pixel.
No,
No,
he's
I'm saying,
asking.
like-
No, he's asking literally who's running
Oh,
them
in
right
real
now.
life.
Yeah.
Actually, who knows,
Michael
right?
Finley. Michael Finley. But Darryl, how does it feel, first of all, to succeed the worst? How does it feel to succeed Nico Harris? You could literally do anything right now and have like employee of the year. Like, do you know how
Those are
low
some
the bar is?
small
Just
shoes to
please
fill.
don't. Yeah, please don't trade Cooper Flag for 2 second-round picks, and you're employee of the year. This is perfect. Okay. Okay, cool. So, all right, let's bring up the Dallas Mavericks. I'm thinking I want to be the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah, I want to be. Wait, do I want to be the Minnesota Timberwolves? I want to be.
No, hold on, Rob. You should be the Utah Jazz because I'm targeting Walker Kessler if this trade doesn't go well.
Kessler's injured.
Kessler's injured for the year.
Oh my God. Okay, never mind. He's off the board.
Okay, you know who I want to be? I want to be the who?
What about Jabari Smith? Well, he's not a big though. I like Jabari Smith.
I feel like Houston would be looking for a point guard right now. No, I'm thinking teams that need a center. Okay, I want to be the. Is anyone the Indiana Pacers right now?
Yeah, me.
Damn it! Good job. Good job. Good job. That's
I got a lot of stuff. I got tons of stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna be the Phoenix Suns. I'm gonna work for Matt HBO. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna be the Suns, and yeah, in case I forget, everyone just remind me I'm the Suns. Okay, perfect. So let's bring up the Dallas Mavericks here, and this can be a really fun segment. Okay, Dallas Mavericks. Recruiter dude, you can go first. AG, you can go second. Pitching Darryl on his offer, and I'll go third. Recruiter dude, go ahead. You are the Indiana Pacers. Go make your trade.
How many years are on Gafford's contract right now?
Gafford has 4 years left on his deal.
He's got 4 years. Okay, so I want a center for next year. So I want Gafford. What does Dallas need? Dallas needs.
We need picks. We need young players and picks.
Yeah. Okay.
And expiring.
Okay. I'm
Screen,
dangling.
right? You can see the screen, right? I have your whole roster in front. If you look at the screen.
No, I'm just thinking in my mind. I'm going by like.
Okay, because I have all your contracts and all every.
Okay, so Mathurin. So I'm thinking Mathurin.
Mm-hmm.
What's Matherin's?
9 million.
Okay. And Gafford's how much?
14.3.
Okay, I'm going to give you Mathurin, a filler. I'm not giving you this year's pick. Okay, I'm going to give you next year's. It's going to be top. Let's make it top 7 protected for Gafford. The filler. I don't know what filler right now.
Darryl, what filler would you like? You can see the screen. What filler?
Yeah. I would like these guys are all signed for long-term deals though.
Yeah, I got players under 27 years old.
Yeah, I guess.
You're not having Nemhard. You're not having him, obviously.
No, obviously not. I guess give me, let's see, TJ, 4-year deal. Sure, go with TJ McConnell.
Deal.
Interesting. Interesting. I'm surprised you didn't go for Jarris Walker, but he has been kind of bad.
I
Okay.
am not high on Jarris.
Okay, interesting.
Neither am I.
Great. Neither one of you are. Okay, so Daniel Gafford plus a pick for TJ McConnell, Benedict Mathurin. You need a filler from Dallas. You need like $3-4 million to come your way because you're not going to take extra salary here. You're very close to the cap.
Scroll down
So
there.
Dwight Powell is probably the only salary that works here because you're not getting Deion.
That's it.
Wait, how much? How long is that one?
Dwight Powell is an expiring 1
He's
year.
an expiring $4 million.
Yeah, you got to give me Dwight. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, sure. I'd do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one
So this
deal.
is-
So you would want to do this deal for Daniel Gafford.
I would, yeah. I would do this. I think Ben Mathurin has a future. Yeah. I think that Ben Mathurin has more of a future than Daniel Gafford on this team anyway. So
okay,
I'd do it.
Would you like to call AG and see if he would like to offer you something better for Daniel Gafford, or perhaps
Sure, man.
I would offer you something better for Daniel Gafford?
Absolutely. Keep those offers coming.
Well,
Okay.
I don't have an offer for Daniel Gafford.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I have
You
an
have an
offer
offer
that
from
you
Mike.
cannot refuse, my friend. It is going to be a wonderful package, and my goal is to get Derek Lively. So I hope you guys are ready for this one. So I'm willing to take on Klay Thompson's contract and Derek Lively, and you will be getting RJ Barrett, Jakob Poeltl, CMB, Grady Dick, and a 2026 unprotected first. And 2027 lottery protected first, and a 2029 lottery protected first. So you get 3 first round picks.
Holy shit, you're giving the whole country of Canada. Okay.
That's crazy. Okay, well, let me
really
think about this. I was gonna say Derek Lively is
AG,
not on the table, but
the internet is not going to be kind to you with this trade, dude.
yeah, you're
That's,
good.
that's all right, man. I got a method to my madness.
Okay. Okay, go through that again. Let me.
You basically Joe Dumars trading for Derek Queen right now, dude. You're like the whole house.
I'm pretty high on Derek Lively.
Okay, AG, no disrespect. You know who you remind me of right now?
What?
Did you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah.
Do you remember when Charles Boyle is negotiating with Gina Linetti about the mother dough?
Oh my God.
Do you remember that exact
Yeah,
moment?
I do. I do remember that.
She's just like, give me $10,000. He's like, I bet you didn't think of me. Give me $10,000, and he hands him $10,000. He's like, and you're not gonna get a penny more. And then he pulls out $2,000 more from his sock pocket, and he's like, bet you didn't think you get more. But that's the last penny you're gonna get. That's you right now, man. Because I can't even conceptualize that trade. Like,
I'm getting roasted in the chat. My God. But listen, I think it's a good trade. Why? Because to be honest with you, if I think about it, Derek Lively solves a lot of problems. I think Klay Thompson can be a decent, player for us in terms of shooting. I know he's pretty bad right now. I like Jamison Battle over Grady Dick personally. I think the development of Mogbo and what's that young kid also? The kid, they're both in the G League. Yeah, exactly. And Hepburn and all those guys. And I like Jacoby Walters' upside over Grady's. So that's why I kind of went with that. So I don't know. I just think it works. I think it works perfectly.
Let's just turn this into a 3-team trade because honestly, none of the are any of the pieces even involved?
I mean, I like I said, like I wouldn't want Jakob Poeltl on the Dallas. So
you could flip him, bro. You could flip him.
Yeah, if we make it a 3-teamer, then let's see how that works.
Okay. So say the trade again, AG.
Oh boy, I'm getting roasted. It's Jakob Poeltl, RJ, Grady, CMB, and
Jakob. Hold on, because I have a feeling this is not even going to go through. It's like almost cap impossible. So Jakob,
I don't think it's going to work.
Jakob, Grady, RJ.
Mm-hmm. CMB.
Oh God. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then first round picks. So 2026, I'm willing to give them an unprotected because I mean, come on, guys, we gave up an unprotected for what's his face, the guy a couple years ago, a guy who's nowhere near Derek Lively's level. So for a guy like him, I'm willing to. Who was the guy? Oh no, it was protected. It was protected. Thaddeus Young. It was protected, right?
It was also mid-season, dude.
I know, but we're kind of close to. I know. I'm trying. I'm coping. But it's okay.
It was definitely protected. Okay. Okay. So first round pick. What else? What else you giving up here?
2027 lottery protected.
Can't give up back-to-back years.
Okay, no. 2028 and then
Lottery
2030.
protected.
Yeah.
Lottery protected. You playing
Yeah.
hardball here? Okay. Cool. Okay. Lottery protected, and then you said 2030.
Yeah, 2030 as well. Well, we're going to be a good team, so I really don't care about those picks.
Okay.
The irony in all this is that I think Dallas ownership in real life actually looks at it.
Well, I mean, bro, they traded Luka for God's sake, so I'm not really putting anything past them.
Yeah. No, but just the chaos of it. Like, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Make the 2030 pick unprotected, and you can protect this year's pick, the 2026 one.
Okay.
But that's dangerous, man. I don't know where I'm going to be at 2030.
Well, that's right.
That's dangerous. Oh God. Okay. Okay.
All right, fine.
First of all, this deal does not work. Okay, but under no circumstances does this deal work. So can I please understand what the Raptors are getting back for this? You said Derek Lively
And Klay Thompson,
who makes $5 million, and Klay Thompson, who makes 16.
Give me another bad contract. I'll take
it. Dude, there's nothing. You're not getting Cooper Flag. Is the bad contract you're talking about Kyrie Irving? Because that's the only contract that's even going to remotely balance this trade out. Like you are giving them so much and taking back so little.
Okay, then let's take off some from the Raptors. Then I want to make it work with Derek Lively being the centerpiece and RJ and Jakob being the centerpieces as well, or RJ and CMB being the centerpiece of the deal.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, if RJ and CMB are the centerpieces of the deal, then we take Jakob off. We take Grady off.
Okay.
So it becomes CMB and RJ. You still need more money.
How much more am I missing?
Wait, hold on. You need about like $5 million more. Which means probably Max Christie or Jaden Hardy. It's going to be Jaden Hardy. So you're going to get Jaden Hardy back.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, Darryl, how are you feeling about this trade now?
What are the picks coming my way?
You are getting... Uh-oh. I've gotten confused here. You are getting... Where the hell did the picks go? What did I do here? Yeah, you're getting 2026 unprotected first round, 2028 lottery protected from the Raptors, 2028
and 2030, I think he said.
2028 lottery protected and 2030 lottery protected.
Sure, I'd do that.
Let's go. Perfect.
So RJ Barrett, Colin Murray-Boyles, 3 first-round picks for Klay Thompson and Derek Lively.
Bro, that's a hell of a deal. Why are people so bearish on it?
That's a hell of a deal for me.
Yeah, that's a hell of a deal for Dallas.
No, I think it's actually good for the Raptors too. I think it solves a lot of problems for us.
I mean, you are banking on Derek Lively becoming an all-star.
I know. I mean, he's a good player, but
he's really good, guys. Rob, you know the impact that he has, and you know how really perfect he would be. You know how perfect he would be next to Scotty and Bi. He would be literally perfect next to them. Like he solves so much problems. You know, so I don't know.
But
maybe I'm crazy.
To me, this is like,
when does Lively have to be paid?
Next year.
Yeah, that's
going to be
no.
Switching back to a Raptors perspective, I think that you can. I mean, yeah, I like Derek Lively. I think that he's a really good player, and I think that he would be better than other options. But honestly, I think that a combination of Jakob and somebody like Daron Sharpe or somebody like even Goga Batadze or Somebody else, I think, could provide as much value as Derek Lively and whoever other backup center than you get. Like, I don't know. And then the Raptors don't have to give up all of that stuff. I don't see the value for the Raptors in getting Derek Lively having to give up that much more than just keeping Yak and
Okay,
trading
let me
for
ask you a
somebody
very honest question. To actually Recruiter Dude and Professor Pixel here what are the chances that Colin Murray-Boyles actually ends up being a better professional than Derek Lively? What would you actually say are the chances? Would you say it's 25%, 50%, 100%? What is it?
I think it's a coin flip. I think it's like 50-50.
30-40. I think 30-40. 30 to 40%.
So
I think Derek Lively's a hell of
35%.
a player.
Okay. Sweetness saying 75. Okay. Wow. 100%. 80%.
No, I don't think CMB has any. I don't think CMB.
63.6% is a hella.
Nah,
It
these
is
guys are
very.
tripping.
It is very hella. Very interesting. Okay. 50%, 50%, 70%. I actually tend to agree. Oh wow. G reviews said 2%. Teacher Mike 67%. 60%. Yeah, out of 100%, obviously. Percentage is always out of 100. Don't listen to anybody saying I'm 1,000% sure. They're crazy. Okay.
I don't think CMB will be. I think that the odds are, like, if I were a gambler, I would bet that Lively would have a better career overall, or more impactful career than CMB. But I really like CMB, and I think that there's a chance that he will, but I don't think it's higher than 50%.
Bro, who does the chat think CMB is? Charles Barkley? Like, come on, guys. You're gassing him up a bit too much. Like, I think Derek Lively is going to have a far better career. I don't know. Like, he fits the mold of the modern NBA, the new, like, aliens that are in the league. 7'3", crazy wingspan, super athletic.
No, this is the interesting thing, and this is why Rob's Shaden Sharpe thing was really interesting. Like, sorry, what?
Day'Ron Sharpe.
Day'Ron Sharpe, excuse me.
Shaden Sharpe.
Yeah, Day'Ron Sharpe. When you have a team that's we've won how many games in a row now? 6?
I think 5 or 6, yeah.
5 or 6. Okay. Let's say a week from now we win 10 straight. So 5 more wins. When you have a team that is emerging, and I might be getting ahead of ourselves, but maybe not, right? The schedule is pretty modest.
Mm-hmm.
When you input a Sharpe or a Lively, the cost goes up dramatically. You see what I'm saying? So the flip side is who's the most expensive, riskiest front court player in the world? It's Anthony Davis. I don't even want Anthony Davis, but he's gettable
Embiid.
Because of his contract.
Embiid is more injury prone, but yeah.
Embiid's going to be retired. It's I think before he'll be medically retired before AD is, probably. So you have to go very expensive, like destructive contract, or you get a good player like Sharpe or Lively. You're right. He would be tremendously, for us especially. Right now, from a West Coast team, they might give us a break, but what is the incentive for the Mavs to get rid of next to zero? The Nets might be willing to deal, but they know they're going to unlock us once they send him our way. He's the perfect player for where we are right now. He changed. I'm not saying he's brilliant, but he's very, very good. I was thinking about him weeks ago, and I'm like, when you did that expose on him, I'm like, this guy's it's almost perfect for what we need. And it's not like there's tons of available front court players that are young and cheap, right? So, I mean, if you're dangling CMB and picks, you have something to say. Would hate to eat AD's contract, but if you spot him 20 minutes a game and you treat him like another Kawhi Leonard, spot player, and just save him for the playoffs, there's something to be said there. But
I just think a lot of it always comes down to the market and the desperation and the competency of the team that is making the decision. I mean, this. So, I look at Darryl's situation right now as Dallas's, interim GM, whatever, whatever you are right now for replacing Nico Harrison. And I'm looking at your situation and I'm seeing you needing to tank. And I see that you have 2 former All-Stars, all NBA guys, champions on your team. And I'm kind of seeing your situation and I'm saying, what's the market for your players right now? Who else are you talking to if you're not talking to me? How many teams out there are willing to give you anything of real consequence for these players? Now, again, I think there is some logic to say, well, Anthony Davis just got traded for Luka Doncic, so he should be worth 6 first-round picks. Who's the team that has 6 first-round picks that actually has a need? Again, Detroit could do it, but that's not exactly a position of need for them necessarily. Like they're kind of rolling based on the strength of their bigs, so it's a nice to have right now. You can make a case that Miami might want to do this, like maybe, but like, are they? What are they centering this deal around?
Rob, call me crazy. Call me crazy. I think AD goes for cheap. I really do.
How would define cheap?
He's not going for like more than 2 picks. No way.
Well, it depends on what else is being added. Like to me, AD would go for a reasonable rotation player, another reasonable rotation player, 1 to 2 young prospects, and like 2 to 3 picks. That to me is a favorable deal for Anthony Davis. I think the deal for AD will be greater than what is being paid here for Derek Lively, personally.
I disagree.
It's just from an optics perspective, you have to consider this from the Mavericks perspective too. Like they are a business; they have to sell this to their fan base. You can't just dump him. Like you might as well hold on to him.
But they salvaged their identity with the number 1 pick. So you're going to rebuild, and AD is like this guy in a wheelchair. That do you really need him? Like going forward, you don't. And the rest of the league knows that. It's a 29. There's only 29 other teams. So.
Well, he is being held out right now because he had Achilles tightness. So unless
that's always something with him, yeah.
It is, and of course, in hindsight, he is also overweight right now. He's recovering from the eye surgery. He couldn't work out in the off season. So yes, there's a very good chance that a team that's buying on him needs to be like have the assets to do it. A lot of championship contenders don't have those assets right now. I'm looking at teams like Philadelphia. Okay. I look at a team like Philadelphia. I have the big contract, which is Embiid. So you get one injury-prone player for another injury-prone player. I already have an all-star guard. I'll roll the dice with AD. You roll the dice with Embiid. And because our guy is more washed and 1 year older, or actually 1 year younger than your guy, like we're swapping problems here. And I probably have to sweeten it because I'm the team in the contender situation by giving you Jared McCain and like 2 first-round picks. But that's the kind of deal that's going to get it done. Like it's not just going to be Jakob Poeltl, RJ Barrett, and 2 first-round picks. That is not going to get Anthony Davis. And if it could get Anthony Davis, I'd be the first person to sign up for that. I don't think that gets Anthony Davis, dude.
Yeah, that's the deal right there, like you just said. Philly. It's got to be Embiid. That's the only thing that clicks and makes sense.
Or Paul George. But then you're adding way more. Because Paul George is genuinely washed, and there's no chance of it being anything else. Embiid could be medically retired, but honestly, Anthony Davis is such a scary, scary proposition. If you're a team out there, the upside is so high and the downside is so low. If he pops his Achilles, that's 1 year gone off what is probably left 2 years.
But this is exactly how I felt about Ingram, and I'm eating crow right now. I was down on that trade. I thought like this guy is a huge risk. Now, it's still early in the season, but he looks.
I was high on the trade. If you,
I know you were, but we're talking about a guy who has a riddled injury history.
Well, you have to kind of look at those injuries in isolation, and is there something recurring? Is there something in his biomechanics that is consistently resulting in injury? Is there is it his play style, or is it simply the fact that he played for a team that didn't have a training staff and uses their NFL team's training staff to train their basketball players?
Yeah, it could be.
It's the latter. It's the last thing.
Yeah.
So
also a sprained ankle is very different from an Achilles tear.
Yeah, Ingram's issue is not that he's injury prone, it's that he takes excessively long to come back from minor injuries. His injuries are minor. Like, again, I don't want to tell anyone what their pain threshold is, but missing 9 months from a sprained ankle is unheard of. The Raptors obviously held him out, but like he this has been a recurring thing with his recurring theme throughout his career. He doesn't like to play unless he's 100%. So that's just kind of it. If he gets a bone bruise, he's sitting out 3 games, and that's perfectly fine. I don't care. We have a lot of depth, but yeah, I don't think it's that. I think with AD, because he is of more advanced age, and because the Achilles tightness thing is the exact same thing that Kevin Durant and Tyrese Halliburton had before they actually popped their Achilles, which is why, by the way, Dallas is being so cautious with Anthony Davis. They're not playing him because they know the second he pops his Achilles, touch wood, hope it doesn't happen, but if he did, that contract goes from 40 cents on the dollar to 5 cents on the dollar. Like, yeah. Because his big strength is mobility, twitch, athleticism for his size, skill. He's not the greatest shooter to begin with. This is not like Dirk Nowitzki. This is not Kevin Durant. You know, this is not a guy who's going to, in my opinion, if Anthony Davis were to tear his Achilles, he is going to go from top 10 player to coming back as a top 60 player. It's going to be a very steep fall off. So it's tough. It's tough to make that trade. But Darryl, given all the offers that you've been given, gifted, by the way, you would pull the trigger on this deal?
Oh, the recruiter dude deal, the one where I got like half of the country of Canada for Derek Lively. I would absolutely.
No. That wasn't recruiter dude's deal.
Oh.
That was AG's deal.
Oh, that was AG's. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry.
So
AG's
I mean,
deal. Yeah.
Looking at this as a 3-way trade, I mean, you're getting. I mean, let's look at this for you. You are giving up Daniel Gafford, Dwight Powell, Derek Lively, Klay Thompson, and Jaden Hardy, and you're getting back Benedict Mathurin, TJ McConnell, RJ Barrett, Colin Murray-Boyles, and a boatload of picks.
Yeah, 100%. I would do that. I would do that.
You are getting 2026 first from Toronto, unprotected. 2027, top 8 protected from Indiana. 2028 lottery protected from Toronto, and also a 2030 first round pick, lottery protected from Toronto. So you get 4 firsts basically for Lively and Gafford, and you get CMB. It's a pretty decent deal. Good haul.
I would break the laws of physics by how quickly I would accept that deal as the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah. It says it fails because the trade resulted in the Mavs crossing the second apron. So what do I need to do? Remove $9.1 million of incoming value to get below the hard cap. Okay, $9 million. So we need to take $9 million off the Mavericks, which is Caleb Martin. Who is absorbing Caleb Martin here? That would be the Indiana Pacers. So shoutouts, Indiana. You get Caleb Martin for free. Does this make sense? Does this go?
Indiana throw in a second round pick.
Go to hell. What? Pacers are not unable to complete this trade since they are not an over the apron team, and they are cut $1 million from the Pacers incoming value. This is why 3-team trades are kind of hard to do. Okay, cut $1 million, or I could just give.
I could just buy somebody out.
Well, it doesn't quite work like that. Can Cam Jones be traded? No. Ben Shepherd's not getting traded. Tony Bradley, you are going to Toronto. Does that work? God damn it. Please help me. Yes, that does it.
Let's go.
So the deal works. The Raptors get Derek Lively, Jaden Hardy, Klay Thompson, Tony Bradley. The Pacers get Daniel Gafford, Caleb Martin, Dwight Powell. The Mavericks get RJ Barrett, TJ McConnell, Benedict Mathurin, Colin Murray-Boyles, and 4 first-round picks. Ooh.
With that trade,
I just won Executive of the Year. Thanks, guys.
If anyone is, I did not participate in this deal. Just so we are clear, because I have currently forgotten which team I was supposed to be representing. I think I initially said Minnesota, and then I changed to something. Who was I supposed to represent?
Minnesota.
Did I say Minnesota?
Yeah, you said Minnesota.
No. Phoenix. You were going to do Phoenix.
Oh, Phoenix. Right.
Thank you, Darryl. Professor Pixel with the memory. Okay, so yeah, that's a great deal. That's a great deal. Not a great deal for the Raptors. Sorry, AG. But if you're watching this deal, if you're watching this afterwards, let me know in the comments who actually won this deal. Did Professor Pixel win this deal as Dallas? Did Recruiter Dude win this deal as Pacers? Did AG win this deal for your Toronto Raptors?
Hell yeah.
That's not going to help. I don't know if that's going to help you, man. I mean, you could try to swing the chat. You know, swing the chat.
Can I say real quick? Because look, man, look, Raptors fans. All right, we got the wise man here, AG. I see the future, okay, and I see a future where our pick and roll is looking amazing. You know, I see our defense, our interior defense being incredible.
You better see the future because you just traded the entire future away. You better fucking see the future, bro.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I like the pieces that we added. You know, you could call them fillers, but I think it'll work out at the end. We got a really smart coach, and we have really smart players. So I think we're going to have a championship contender for many, many years. So as long as the Raptors are in contention for many years, and we got a great young big, and we got two elite wings, and a really good point guard, and solid young players off the bench, and a great coach. To me, this is a slam dunk for me, 100%. And the Raptors fans are just going to have to sit there, and they're going to be mad at first. I mean, there was a lot of people that were mad at the Kawhi deal, but we all know how that worked out. So I have high confidence in my play here.
I don't think I lost a trade. You're going to have to pay Mathurin, by the way.
Okay, I'm going to run a poll here. You guys let me know. So here are your options. I'm sorry, AG, I got to do this to you. Our options are who won the deal? Mavericks, okay, Pacers, Raptors, or Fire AG?
I'm getting destroyed in the chat, man.
You're not coming back from this, AG, for a lot.
Okay,
People are going to remember this.
So far, Mavericks are winning 56%, 55%. Fire AG is this close second. The Raptors
only 50%.
Nobody thinks the Pacers won. Hold on. By the way, who's the real loser here? The real loser is Recruiter Dude because he has 0% of the vote right now. The Pacers absolutely did not win this deal, but also they did not lose this deal. They did not lose this deal because, oh my god. Oh my god! I think the sticker shock value of losing a prospect that we all really believe in Colin Murray-Boyles plus 3 first-round picks is a lot, and I think part of that is because the Raptors traditionally have avoided this type of deal, precisely because of how poorly it has worked out for other teams. I'll remind you that the Boston Celtics' entire dynasty was made up of a deal like this, where something went wrong. So you are hammering home and very much betting on Barnes sticking around long term. Lively becoming very, very good, right? Him staying healthy, Barnes staying healthy, Quickley staying healthy, Grady Dick developing. Wait, did you give up Grady Dick in this trade? Oh, you didn't give up Grady Dick. Jacoby Walter developing. A lot of people developing here. I love Derek Lively. I just feel like he gave up too much. To me, if I really, really, really wanted Derek Lively, I think the most I could possibly stomach giving up is Colin Murray-Boyles plus a protected first. And I'm pretty sure that wouldn't get it done. But that's why players like Derek Lively almost never get moved. Because people become too emotionally attached to what he's going to be. And I don't get a fair value, right? Whereas to me, like I understand Daron Sharpe does not have anywhere near Derek Lively's upward potential. I feel like I could get him so much less and accomplish so much of the same stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at. Let's bring on Marwin and Liam as well. What's up?
Rob,
how's it going?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Yeah, just quickly, you never said what your thoughts on the percentage of CMB having a better career than Lively was.
Good question. I think it is. I think it's about 40%. I'm torn.
Yeah,
it's somewhere between 40 and 50. And like, I'm tempted to say 50 because I think Lively was really unlocked with Luka and he's not going to be as unlocked with Coop. But I am also very presently aware of the rim protection element of Derek Lively. And I also think CMB could be a future defensive player of the year. So like I think they're both amazing. If it were up to me, I would do everything in my power to keep them both. Like that would be amazing to get Derek Lively without giving up CMB. Now we can talk about 3 first-round picks, but I cannot give up CMB plus 3 firsts. That to me would be really, really hard to stomach. And I understand the 2026 first-round pick unprotected. I get that. But right now, you are 10-5. That lack of protection is not actually doing what you think it's doing. Like, I think it's OD. I think you should still top 5 protected just in case. Because if something goes horribly wrong and you end up like missing the playoffs because you were in the play-in, someone got hurt, that little bit of insurance. Can you imagine being 10th or 11th in the lottery, winning the lottery and not having the pick because you didn't protect it? To me, that's also like a big, big faux pas. So I would at the very least top 5 protect it. Yeah.
Bro, is Derek Lively Tim Duncan, dude? What is this? Dude, I don't get this. I feel like if Darren Sharpe comes in, he's gonna have as much impact as D Lively.
That is probably not I mean, I love them both, but I can acknowledge 100% that Derek Lively is a better player than Darren Sharpe.
Yeah, for sure. He is. But like I don't know if like, there's not I wouldn't make this much of a sacrifice in terms of, a difference.
Hey, this
Oh,
comment
man,
is funny.
Lively's an electric athlete, man. He's the real deal. Like he's a really good player.
He is.
Yeah,
He is absolutely. Okay, so we will end the poll. The Mavericks won 48%, 36% of people think AG should be fired. 14% of people think the Raptors won this trade. I know who those 14% of people are. They are RJ haters who are just happy to see him off the team, I'm pretty sure. Or they don't care about CMB, or they don't care about the picks. Either way. And shout outs to you, Recruiter Dude. 3% of people think the Pacers won this deal. Shout outs to the 3%. That's great. Yeah. I have no idea who or like what I would offer as Phoenix in this case. Like, what would I offer as Phoenix here? I'm thinking in this situation, if you're the Dallas Mavericks, let's scrap out the Raptors and the Suns here.
It's gonna have to be like Ryan Dunn, come on, Malawach, and a bunch of picks
for Derek Lively.
Yeah.
Y'all rather Jalen Duren or Derek Lively?
Right now, Jalen Duren.
Jalen Duren's amazing. He's not going anywhere. Okay, so here's what I want from you. I don't want Anthony Davis, so shout outs. I do want Derek Lively. I clearly don't want Derek Lively enough because I don't think I'd give you anything close to what you got in the last deal. But I would offer you Derek Lively for come on, Malawach, and a 2028 first round pick and a 2030 first round pick. I would offer 2 picks and come on, Malawach. That would be my final offer.
Do the salaries match? I guess.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
I mean, it fails because I traded 2 back-to-back picks. So I'm not able to trade both these picks because of the stepping rule. But other than that, the salaries match. So we can negotiate the trade. We can negotiate the picks and stuff. But yeah, I feel like this would accelerate and put someone who's a little bit closer to D-Book's timeline, as opposed to waiting 4 years for Malawach. Someone said Lively don't even shoot the 3 ball. He can shoot, dude. He can shoot.
Derek Lively can shoot. He's pretty complete. Yeah, if I were Dallas, I would probably pass. I don't think I could wait for Malawach. I think Cooper.
A Malawach Cooper reunion?
No, but but
are you seeing the appeal of that?
Yeah, I like that part, but I really think that
That's how you can sell it to your
Cooper
fan
is-
base. We're bringing the Duke Blue Devils to the Blue Dallas. Same color too.
Oh yeah. Well, you sold me. No, I wouldn't want to waste those years of Cooper. I think he's ready now, or pretty much close to being ready now, and I think that I could get somebody more ready than come on.
Okay. Is there any other trade that y'all want to work out, or is this enough for trade show?
I'm going to take that haul that I got and bounce. But
Perfect.
seriously, I actually have work to do. So
Okay,
got class
perfect.
coming up,
Thanks,
so I
thanks so
gotta
much,
head.
Professor Pixel, for coming in and fleecing everybody. You win Executive of the Year. Won the poll. Yeah, you just
I'm a Nico Harrison acolyte.
Dude, you just have to sit there and just wait for the overpay to come through, and then you just took it, and we're just like,
Just back up the drinks truck.
Just
Yep.
damn, man, that's great. But I will say this: if Derek Lively and Scotty Barnes actually work out in Toronto, those picks are going to be really, really mid.
That's
Damn
true.
right. Mhm.
It could be, but and also I will point out from your perspective, CMB and Cooper Flag is a very interesting pairing. I'm not sure how it
True.
works.
I thought of that.
I'm not sure how that works. So yeah, it's interesting. Because I mean, like when you put two players together that don't necessarily synergize well, you tend to, especially when two guys have to play, you tend to ruin the trade value of the other guy. So yeah. Anyways, man, thanks a lot for calling through. Appreciate you.
Yep. See ya.
See ya. Okay. So yeah, any other trades that anybody else wants to try?
Rob, can I see the bigs again that you listed earlier on the like the ones that you put on X?
Dayron Sharpe, Ivica Zubat, Daniel Gafford, Kevon Looney, Goga Batadze, Isaiah Jackson, Robert Williams, Time Lord, Trace Jackson Davis, and Jalen Smith. I did not list Derek Lively because I do not think that he is currently available. I also listed perimeter players: Herb Jones, Cason Wallace, Keon Ellis, Malik Monk. Only reason I mentioned Cason Wallace is not because I genuinely think he's available, because I think at this point the Thunder have to start thinking about future salaries, and I don't think they'll have enough money to sign him to an extension. And I believe that he will be a restricted free agent who will command a $30 million offer sheet from somebody. So someone's going to want to make him a starter. He's a really good player. He comes with a championship boost pedigree. If they don't trade him now, the offers will get desperate, and at some point, restricted free agency, you're going to lose him. You can't sign him. You got AJ Mitchell coming up behind him, so it's a nice luxury. It's a great thing to have, but at some point, you can probably extract value via 2 first-round picks right now. I would probably take it and run if I were them.
What's Time Lord's salary?
Good question, man. What is his salary? So his salary, I think he's an expiring $12 million contract. I am correct, almost. It's an expiring $13 million contract. Yeah.
Well, what do you think his next contract's going to look like?
Robert Williams?
Yeah.
I think his next contract, you thinking about chasing him in free agency?
Nah, I'm just wondering. Considering that he's, on and off the court a lot.
I would assume his next contract is probably going to be $20 million for 3 years.
Yeah, makes sense.
If I were an injury prone big who was slowly approaching 30, I would want like long-term security if I was him. So I wouldn't sign a 1-year deal. I would want 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, Rob, I was wondering if Jalen Williams, the center in OKC, has any type of value as a backup. If you want to make a trade for Cason Wallace and try to get a backup as well.
So Cason Wallace and Jalen Williams are going to cost you a lot because, I mean, as perhaps redundant as he is in their lineup, he is their third big. And Chet is known to go down from time to time, so they do use him. And they don't really have anybody who can fill in for him. So I'm not really thinking like he's on a very, very, very team-friendly contract, $8 million a year for 3 years.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure they would trade him. But if they did trade him, I'm sure they'd want like someone big back.
it's impossible to trade with OKC. They have like too many picks coming their way. Like,
I mean, Danny Ainge greedy, man.
well, they can't even like sign everybody. I mean,
That's true. I mean, they can't. That's fair. Wait, are the Knicks about to lose? Would the Knicks lose tonight? No. If the Knicks lose tonight, are we like where are we in the Eastern Conference? Are we second?
I think
Hold
we're
up.
yeah, I think we're second.
Yeah, we're
I think
definitively second.
I think we're second right now. Actually, I don't know.
So according to the standings, the Toronto Raptors are second in the Eastern Conference. If the Knicks win tonight, that doesn't change. We are definitively second because
Yeah.
Cleveland lost to Houston. What?
Yep, they're half a game back, and that's not going to change.
We are second.
This
Yo.
is so crazy.
I'm gonna be on the panel tomorrow. Do you know how much shit I'm gonna talk? Shout outs to Tay Luke from Player's Choice. Tay, you might as well take tomorrow off, man, because I am gonna talk so much shit tomorrow. Second in the East.
I called in after the Pacers and said the Raptors would be second in the East this season. I thought they could be a second seed, so we're second now.
All right.
I'm still not satisfied. Like,
me neither.
Every trade, every live's going to be a trade show because like we should have pumped the Sixers by 20 tonight. Like they ain't shit. Honestly,
they're not a good team. We just got out rebounded. It's the same
that's what I'm
that
saying.
every game.
Yeah.
There's just this hole in the lineup that once you address it, it's going to open up a hole. Like,
yeah,
they need a big.
I think even a guy like Andre Drummond with us would make such a difference, even though he's really not elite at anything other than rebounding. But I think just the size in and of itself, you don't really have that right now.
No,
and
you're
Jakob,
right. Like
Jakob has the size, but it's like he can't shift weight like a guy like Drummond can. And also he's hitting threes now, which is crazy this late into his career. But yeah,
who's more open on their threes, RJ Barrett or Andre Drummond?
They both were equally as open today for like Drummond's 1-3 and then that RJ 3 above the break. So I don't know.
Why were they doing that to RJ today?
I have no idea.
Shocked. I was like, wait a minute. He's not that bad. He's actually been pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, he shoots 33% from three. They're treating him like, oh no, man. Darko Rajakovic, by the way, is teaching Doug Smith how to shoot jumpers.
Yeah, I saw that video. It's so disturbing.
Yeah, Scotty's requesting a trade after that.
What? So look at Jace. He said, so the guy who's been hating on Scotty, live footage of Paul George and Joel Embiid. Oh my God. That's amazing. Okay. Wow. I don't know, man. It feels pretty good to be number 2. Not gonna lie. It feels pretty good. Feels pretty good.
What's our next 5 games looking like on the schedule?
We have Washington next, I think.
It's all home games, isn't it?
Yep. So the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, we play the Wizards tomorrow. Or no, that's Friday, something like that.
So we play Washington. That is an NBA Cup game. That is Friday. Then November 23rd. And by the way, our remaining NBA Cup games, which is Washington and Indiana, November 21st, November 26th, are both home games. So shout outs. We get to see the Raptors court, the NBA Cup court. Then we got Brooklyn. Then we got Cleveland again, possibly healthy. I don't know what's going on with Darius Garland. They're being very, very careful with his injury. And Indiana.
Any back-to-backs in there?
There are no back-to-backs.
Sunday and Monday.
Sorry. I apologize. Brooklyn, Cleveland is back-to-back. I apologize.
Sunday and Monday, right?
Yes, Sunday, Monday are back-to-back.
We could realistically go 4-1.
Like, can go 5-0.
I mean, the back-to-back is going to be a bit tough. But
no, because you can rest Poeltl against Brooklyn.
You could, yeah.
But do you really want to play with fire here?
Yeah.
You know how badly you're going to get out rebounded by Day'Ron Sharpe against Brooklyn and Nick Claxton.
Yeah, they got a pretty decent size. Like their bigs are pretty active on the glass, and yeah, I don't know, but I could realistically see a 4-1. Hopefully, obviously, I'm hoping they can win all 5, but I'm just trying to be realistic, right? But I like our chances, and we've been killing teams on the road. We're like, what? I think we have the most wins on the
We're
road.
7-3, I think.
Yeah, like, bro, this is crazy.
I personally am looking at the schedule. I don't think there's a single game that we can't win. Like the only game that I think.
Okay, identify the one has to be lost. Okay, so I'm gonna say, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna go through, and everybody is gonna tell me the absolute loss, and I'll just ask you, can they win this game? And if you think that they can't win this game, you let me know. Washington, win or loss?
Win.
Okay, everybody got that. I gotta win. Brooklyn,
Win.
Cool, me too. Cleveland,
Loss.
so
Well, if
everybody
they don't
got
have Garland, I think we get a dub.
Not on the second night of a back-to-back, and I feel like they're going to be coming back all guns blazing with revenge.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm
That's a
gonna
schedule loss.
I'm gonna say that's a win.
Yeah,
There's a reason-
I think it's a win.
The reason that I say that is because this team doesn't get too high on its own supply, and because I don't think that this team is going to put everything on the line against Brooklyn and then just be like, oh, we're dead against Cleveland. I think they're going to look at Brooklyn and be like, that's a game we're supposed to win, but Cleveland is a game we have to win.
I think they have to take care of Brooklyn very early if we want a shot there. I think that'll be a big test.
Yeah. So Indiana
and
is
Spotty plays like a dog against Cleveland. I think that's his best.
So in order
favorite games.
Exactly. So I think that in order for me to say this is a definitive loss, we all have to agree it's a loss. So Indiana, win.
Yep.
Yeah, we're winning. We're beating
Charlotte, win.
Yep.
At New York.
No.
I think we win this game only because I think we might be able to close out Charlotte early, and New York is without OG.
And they're without Jalen Brunson.
And they're without Brunson's back now. Brunson played today.
Tonight?
Brunson played today.
He's playing right now. Okay, got you. Okay, Jalen Brunson back. Okay. I'm inclined to say you probably are not equipped to deal with that team.
No, we just don't match up well against them at all.
Mitchell Robinson, Karl-Anthony Towns, that's too much size. OG or no OG. Josh Hart is an insanely good rebounder. They have depth. Deuce McBride, probably
second night of a back-to-back.
Second night of back-to-back. So I'm going to say that's a loss, but, you know, that's okay. Portland.
I don't think that's a good matchup at all.
It's a tough matchup for us. I could see that being an L, to be honest.
Clinging, yeah. So it seems to me like the losses are going to start piling up like end of November. Like Los Angeles, I think that could be a loss easy, but I actually think that's a win. Personally, I think that's a win. I think DeAndre Ayton sucks, so I personally think that's a win. I think Charlotte's a win. I think Boston's a win. I think Milwaukee's a win. Boston again might be a loss. Brooklyn win. So we could be like 15 games over 500 if we really set our minds to this.
Why don't we match up
our playing cup odds?
Pardon?
The NBA Cup odds. How do you feel about that? Because I know the NBA Cup is right in between. It'll be between Boston and Milwaukee, which is why they jump from December 7th to 18.
Right. Well, I mean, we don't know who we're playing yet, do we?
We don't know.
Right. So technically, we haven't even advanced yet. I mean, we could drop a game to Washington on Friday, and next thing you know, we're not in the NBA Cup anymore.
Is that Friday game the Cup game?
Yeah. Friday and Wednesday, my birthday, November 26th, against the Indiana Pacers. If they lose on my birthday, oh my God. Selfishly, I'm going to crash out because that would mean, well, there is a way to technically still make the cup because you don't have any dominant teams in your group right now. But Cleveland, I think, has a good point differential. And they've lost one game, which is to us. So, yeah.
So it's only one team out of the group stage making it out, right?
It's one team, and then one. Okay, so it's each team that wins their group, and then one team from each conference that is the wild card, and the wild card is determined as the best team that didn't win their group. It's just like soccer.
Yeah.
So technically, if we were to lose one of these games super close, not saying we should, not saying we will, but hey, shit, strange things can happen. This is the modern NBA. The Chicago Bulls did actually beat the Denver Nuggets on what was supposed to be the schedule loss of the year, and they won. So, I mean, shit can happen. You can lose to Indiana. It's perfectly possible to lose to Indiana if they can't miss from three with the way that we guard sometimes. Yeah, man, it's totally possible to lose to Indiana. I don't want anyone to get too hype about 10-5. Like, we can lose to Indiana. We can lose to Washington. We won't. I don't think we will. We can. It's possible. It's not like OKC where your cushion is so large that you can have a bad shooting night and your defense will carry you. If we shoot poorly, we can lose.
We need to get another big, for God's sakes. Like, this is, I don't feel like while we were doing this exercise, I was like hesitating, because I'm looking at the bigger lineups and I'm like, man, if we just had another big that's solid, then I would be so much more confident with my opinion. But like, until we get another big, it's gonna be up in the air. But
you know what else it is though? Like how many points did we leave on the board tonight? Like, is RJ getting finally tired of getting swatted every game? Like at least 2 or 3 times. Like, I don't understand what the problem with finishing. That's not a big problem. That's just like a bad attack angle problem or something. I don't know.
No, you're right.
I think it's a tunnel vision problem more than anything, and that's the thing with RJ. If the offense isn't working for him, he tries to force, and then once he starts forcing, we see what we've been seeing the last few games. And the other thing as well is that he's been killing us. Like I think his half court defense has been really good this year, which is good. And I think he was decent tonight half court wise, but in transition, the guy is so bad defensively. Like I don't know how many times, even tonight, I've seen him lose a runner, for example, for a 3 or whatever it may be. Like he gave up so many open threes tonight in transition when it was meant to be his man. He just can't rotate. It's really bad in transition in particular.
Yeah. I mean, there was a play that I showed in the film session where, you have VJ Edgecombe clearly running in transition, cutting back door, and Manuel Quickley's pointing, like cut him off at the rim, and RJ Barrett just jogs and gets beat. And Maxey just finds VJ Edgecombe for like an open dunk. And then he gets back, but he can't do anything. He doesn't have enough length there. So yeah, he's not a good defender. Like, the analytics are not lying. I realize a lot of defensive analytics are junk, but they have found him to be a bad defender like for 3 straight years. Like, this is not anecdotal. If my eye test is telling me he's a bad defender, the only thing that tells me he's a good defender is the occasional play that he has, like the one he had tonight against Maxey where he forces the turnover, where I'm like, okay, he bodied up on his guy, but it's like, you could body up on your guy and force a turnover 1 time for every 8 times. But if the other 7 times you're just letting a blow by and a foul on your center, like, you're just not a good defender. And so much of RJ's problems defensively come to, what do you do once you get beat? Do you pursue? Do you have that rear shot blocking ability that some really good defenders do? So to me, the deal to be made is a 2-pronged deal. Number 1, go get Day'Ron Sharpe. Trade Ochai, trade whatever. Number 2, go get Herb Jones. Herb Jones is a better rebounder, way better defender, kind of playing like shit right now, probably because he's in New Orleans. Brandon Ingram already has synergy with him. Scotty already has synergy with Day'Ron Sharpe. Those are your 2 best players. Much easier to implement players who already have familiarity with players on your team. So to me, that would be the move. Barring that, go get Keon Ellis.
Bro, I love those moves personally.
Yeah,
Keon Ellis a dog on the ball.
He really is.
It's crazy.
Like, and I mean, at some point, teams are going to want to sell, right? Tay Luke saying Nick Claxton 2 pen. I actually prefer, and this doesn't sound crazy, I prefer Day'Ron Sharpe at $6 million.
It's not crazy. Claxton, you can move him around. Like, he's kind of wiry, Like,
right. Right.
Day'Ron Sharpe has shooting potential, so.
Right. Day'Ron actually does have shooting potential. And the other thing I'll say about Day'Ron is, like, when I started posting about him today, one of his former UNC teammates that I'm friends with, he reached out to me and he was just like, yo, like, he would be super dope for you guys in Toronto. And one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is he's like his playmaking is so under wraps. Like he is a really good passer. I'm not saying Jokic, I'm not saying, that stuff, but he is just an insanely good connective passer. He has a lot of the Jakob Poeltl stuff, like the connective hub playmaking from the top, transition outlet, kick aheads. Like he's just a really smart basketball player, and people don't give him enough credit for it because he's big and he's strong and he's athletic and he's got long arms and he gets dunks. I think people associate guys who get a lot of dunks as not like super high IQ players. Is there some sort of weird connotation there? Like other than LeBron, like most of the guys who are like super high IQ are like finesse players. No, Daron is like really, really smart, high IQ player. He doesn't make a lot of dumb mistakes. So
Hey Rob, does he set good screens? Like, I'm just curious. I don't really
very
watch.
good. He's a really good screener. So here's like let me just pull up my DMs here and let me just share with you what I wrote to the friend. So it was, hold up, pull this up. So it was his assist percentage, 3-point attempt rate, and free throw jumps every year like clockwork. If they ask Scotty about him, I'm sure he's going to light up like a Christmas tree at the idea. C+ perimeter defense, C+ passing, A+ rim roller, good offensive rebounder with B+ rim protection instincts. He's probably has fit issues with CMB, but that's a really small price to pay. Yeah.
Marks is going to ask for he's going to want Grady's, and then maybe some people are fine with that, but I don't know.
Grady's been good.
Grady's been really good.
Hold up. If they really, really liked him, why did they sign him to a 2-year, $12 million deal? Or is that just like him betting on himself and saying, I'm not going to sign for anything longer? Because to me, like if you really like him, you just had an opportunity. He was off his rookie contract to sign him for like $30 million for 5 years or 4 years. You could have signed him to $30 million for 4 years. That's guaranteed money. I don't think he's leaving that much money on the table. But they offered him like $12 million for 2 years. That to me tells me that this is a piece you're not completely sure about yet. And I don't know how highly they value him, but to me, I value him enough to give up a wing and 3 seconds. Yeah, I do.
Well, they did that because they want to dangle him. Right.
Sure.
It's a very tradable contract. No, I like him.
Yeah. Like his analytics scream one thing, but like his high school tape, I've watched him for a really long time. It's almost like not wanting to watch him. I've watched him. Like I didn't watch him because I was trying to watch him. I was watching him because I was watching Scotty at Revered. And I became really familiar with his game. And I also became very familiar with Vernon Carey's game and Cade Cunningham's game and Caleb Houston's game. These are all guys that I brought up before. I've also become really familiar with Josh Minot's game. There's a lot of players that Scotty's connected to throughout the league. There's also, if I'm not mistaken, Taylor Hendricks used to be Scotty's teammate in high school too. That's another guy I actually would be interested in Utah. Taylor Hendricks, dope. So yeah, I mean,
is he that dude that broke his leg last year?
Yep, he is.
Yeah.
Darryl saying, I bet Ochai plus a few second-round picks gets it done. I mean, again, I said this in the live before. I think Sean Marks really owes us one. We took Spencer Dinwiddie's contract for a perfectly serviceable point guard in Dennis Schroeder. We knew he wasn't coming. We ate his salary for nothing. We took no picks back in that deal at all. And they got 3 second-round picks for Dennis Schroeder. I feel like they owe us one.
You don't know his shit, man. I'm sorry. Come on. Sean's he's gonna want like Jacoby or Grady and a pick. Like he wants to build he wants to develop a team. I mean, that's where they are right now. And they have the perfect coach to do it, by the way.
Well, have you ever known Sean Marks to take a bad deal? I mean, I've certainly known him to make bad draft decisions, but have you ever known him to make a bad trade? Because to me, it feels like he only holds out for home runs, right? Like the Mikal Bridges deal was a home run. MPJ was a home run. Dennis Schroeder was a home run.
Simmons was not a home run.
Ben Simmons?
Yeah.
What was that trade again?
They gave Harden to Philly for Ben Simmons and whatever else. that was a terrible trade.
That's true.
But I guess he was handcuffed. But I mean, I can't.
Was that him?
Wasn't it him? Who else would it be?
Hold on, you're right. Hold on. Let me see when he took over. So, look, I'm just curious if he was in control at that time.
He was in control because he was having meeting. He was talking with Masai in Summer League, and everyone wanted Durant and Sean Marks. Yeah,
that is true. So, executive career. So,
he doesn't owe us anything. I mean, it's a player that the synergy is great.
2016, he was there, and then okay, so you're right. He did do the Ben Simmons deal. I mean, at the time, it felt like it was.
He's not flawless.
The worst. He's definitely not flawless, but I mean, even like the Ben Simmons thing, like you're trading for a young All NBA player that hasn't played basketball in a while. Like it's a reasonable deal. It sounds stupid in hindsight, but it felt like a reasonable deal in the moment, didn't it?
They were in a different cultural. Like they still had Durant, and anyway, I mean, there's things came up that were completely out of his control. But I don't think we're going to get a deal on Sharpe. I think you're going to have to lose one of our talented wings. And I don't care what the chat says, because again, my point earlier, like we're a good team. I don't think we have to have that debate anymore. Like we're actually a good team. So this is an Eastern Conference rival. Okay, they're rebuilding, whatever. But it's like, they're going to propel us, and like, what's in it for me, type of thing. That's why Sharpe is 12 million and not 30. In my opinion, I could be wrong. Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maheen saying the Nets had a Russian owner who wanted to make a splash. I think that was more that you're thinking about a different era.
No, they had that Asian guy.
It's Joe Tsai. So Joe Tsai, the guy who founded, I think he founded Alibaba. So that guy, he came over and he wanted to make a splash with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So you're thinking about Mikhail Prokhorov, who was the Russian oligarch billionaire. He wanted to make a splash with Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. And he actually did make a splash by digging the franchise into one of the worst pick deficits in modern history. And they gave up, I believe, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as a part of the deal to the Boston Celtics.
You said earlier you wouldn't trade Jacoby. Would you entertain Jacoby a pick for Sharpe?
No.
It's interesting, isn't it? You know what? Watching Jacoby guard Maxey today, like, was inspirational. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, I think it was like however many minutes he was on the court. I don't care that he made his shots. I just loved his defense. Right? Yeah. Like the fact that Darko can plug in a player like that and just like mix up the defensive schemes. It's such a luxury. Like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Sammy Infer said, I'm a brand new Raptors fan, just moved to Toronto, and I love this team already. Thank you, Penn, for your work. You are most welcome, and welcome to Toronto, man. Good for you. Noble Venom with a super chat. Wonder what it would cost to bring over Herb Jones. I wonder that too.
Man, that would be a good player to add.
I think that if you send RJ, they still have to give you like a second.
Well, I mean, in fairness, the previous regime rejected RJ and preferred Kelly Olynyk and Bruce Brown's expiring. So what does that say about how they feel about RJ? I don't know. But
is that the same regime that traded their next year's pick?
No, they changed regimes after the Brandon Ingram trade. So the regime that currently is running things is by Joe Dumars. And Joe Dumars was previously in the league office, I believe. Typically, when the league office guys get jobs, it's usually like, yo, like your franchise is unstable and we need somebody that we trust to run things. But of course, his first order of business was absolute insanity, which was trading their unprotected first for Derek Queen, although Derek Queen looks awesome. So it's just like, yeah.
I haven't watched any games on him. Like, how... what do you see in him?
Derek Queen?
Yeah.
I just love his processing, man.
Do you think he has like? I think I heard you talking about some All NBA potential.
Some All NBA potential in Derek Queen.
Yeah, I don't know if that was you, but I think I heard that somewhere.
I mean, I could also see him being out of the league in 5 years. I mean, there's a lot of boom bust with him.
Dude, I watched all of his college games. He's the guy that I wanted for our team. Derek Queen has like NBA ready footwork post moves as a freshman. That's why I wanted him.
Did his
Like you're
motor
talking about a
bother you?
very skilled offensive big. Sorry.
Did his motor bother you?
A little bit, but that's just a weight issue thing. I know you brought up that point, draft day, and it's a valid point, but like I said at the time, like, okay, put him in a room with Scotty and like have Scotty like just tear his ass up, which I think it would be a guy that Queen would respect. And like if the whole team is in great shape, like look at IQ, he's in amazing shape right now. Like if the whole team is like slamming it in the off season, and you come and you're not with it, like that just I don't think that would be a problem. Like you can't teach those some of those post moves that kid has. That's just natural ability, in my opinion. But
yeah, I think like he's so insanely talented.
Great footwork. Yeah.
Great footwork, great feel, great natural proprioceptive awareness of where to be on the court. Like it's really like how he takes contact reminds me of Jokic, Zach Randolph, Julius Randle, like guys like that. And he's just really good. So it's hard for me to see him completely failing in the NBA, but it's also like I know that it takes a lot of work to actually get like better in the league, to not let money throw you off, and it's just like to not let success get to your head. So it really comes down to like how you think the guy's made up mentally. Obviously, I think he's in a pretty bad situation right now, so kind of sucks for him.
Do you think RJ would? Funny enough, do you think that would? I think it would work. For sure, it would work.
RJ and
yeah,
Queen together.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it would work. Yeah.
Yeah, it would work really well. RJ loves to score. Queen loves to pass. To say the same thing that Bobby Webster said about Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes. Queen just draws so much attention, and RJ can just gap into all that space. And if his jump shooting ever comes around, I think my more concerned would be if I have a team with Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen, and I truly believe that these two guys are going to work out. I'm not putting any non-shooters next to them at all. I'm putting 3 great movement shooters around them, and great movement shooters and great defenders. Queen's not a great defender. Fear's not a great defender. If you put RJ on that team, shit, like that's tough. What I would want next to them is like Casey Wallace, Tamani Kamara, and like Lauri Markkanen. That's like my dream build around those 3.
Yeah.
Just from a basketball perspective, that makes sense to me.
That way you only have one like really positive defender on the court.
Well, yeah, like Lauri's not a good defender either, so maybe I should rethink that to somebody else. But yeah, maybe Kaysen and Herb can do enough. Trey is not a great defender either. I don't know who thinks he's a great defender because he's athletic. People think he's a great defender. He's not a great defender at all. Trey's a bad defender at times right now. Jaren Jackson Jr. would be really interesting too, for sure. Rich, I think Jaren Jackson Jr. in place of Lauri Markkanen in that situation might be the right idea. And then Derek Queen just eats up the boards. Jaren Jackson Jr. gets all the rim protection shit, hits the perimeter shots. Like that would be a good team. They need to move off of Zion quick because to me it's like if you're going all in on Queen, you need to get some picks back for Zion. Would you trade for Zion?
No.
No, he would solve our rebounding problem.
In theory, yeah.
In theory,
I'll pass on him.
Can't have Zion and BI. I don't know how I feel about that.
That's so interesting that Brandon Ingram would get away from Zion, then we bring Zion to Toronto.
Exactly.
Can you imagine the discourse? Scotty Barnes, 5th option again. Fun. Yeah. Anyways, any final thoughts, guys?
Yeah, I had a final thought. Like Herb Jones is struggling this year apparently. So why? It wouldn't require that much to get him out, and I think he can rebound here. Personally, I kind of like reclamation project type players, but I don't really think he's a reclamation project. I think
he's a known commodity, man.
Yeah, he's wasting away in New Orleans, crap team. So I think he could help us out here. At least his defense would be a huge upgrade, right? In the starting lineup. So I don't know.
His defense would be a mega upgrade. His offense would be a bit of a downgrade. So depends on kind of what you need more. He's not a great shooter. He's an okay shooter, but he's not like a threat. Like Trey Murphy is a threat scoring wise. Movement shooters with dynamic shot patterns like Emmanuel Quickley, Grady Dick, they command so much more attention than standstill shooters like Ochai Agbaji. And yet all I have to listen to last year is, how come Ochai Agbaji can shoot 40% from three and Grady Dick can't shoot 40% from three? I'm like, my God, man, shut up.
But Rob, the improvement that IQ's made, I think that kind of nullifies, because I'll be honest with you, like I'm not really a big fan of RJ's offensive game. Like some games he's good, but it's kind of inconsequential to the result of the game. Honestly, I just don't think his offense is going to be missed if he was to be, like, let's say in theory, swapped, right, for a guy like Herb Jones. Whereas Herb Jones' defensive impact would be huge, right?
Yeah.
And I think IQ's improvement plus, Poeltl's starting to look really good as well. Like
sure.
His hands have gotten a lot better. He's finishing in traffic, and I don't know. I think it would be a good trade, personally. But
yeah, I think you're right. 'Cause I think that this team is in more demand of good defense rather than more good offense. Like I think we can get the good offense from Scotty and Bi, and Quick doing a great job, but we definitely need more demand of the greater defense.
In a hypothetical world, and purely hypothetical, because I know they're not going to trade him, would you trade 5 firsts and Emmanuel Quickley for Alperen Sengun?
Yeah.
No.
I think I would. I think that would set us up. I think those picks would matter after that.
I still wouldn't give you Sengun. That's how good he is. That's how good he is. Like, he's unbelievable.
Like him that much?
Oh, are you kidding me? The guy is. Did you watch the game, by the way, between the Magic and Rockets? Like, I think it was last week.
Bro, he can kind of shoot now.
He can kind of shoot, yeah. And he just did us a big favor by beating the Cleveland Cavaliers. Shout outs to him. Alperen Sengun tonight had 28 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 turnovers. Dope.
I think he takes away from what Scotty would do. That's why I don't think he's that good for this group, honestly. And his defense is ass. Like, I don't know.
He got a lot better defensively last year, and he's better at protecting the rim. He's still not good, especially on the perimeter. He's not good, but he would kill on the glass. He would eat up offensive rebounds, and you would obviously have to get a rim protector next to him, which, you're left with limited assets. And I think he would definitely eat away at a lot of Scotty's place on the court, as well as CMB's place on the court, but he's a mega talent.
That way, would we have Sengun playing the 5, or could we have him at the 4?
I guess you would have Sengun at the 4, Scotty at the 2, Bi at the 3. Yeah, he would replace RJ Barrett, basically.
Him and Scotty's offensive game is too similar for me. That's why I would pass. But I'm not denying his talent. He's really talented.
I think that way we kind of get the Scotty from that time, that transition time between OG and Siakam.
Right.
I remember that game, the NBA Cup game against the Celtics. That's the kind of Scotty that I think we would be focusing on if we had Sengun.
That is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, like I kind of like it, honestly. I don't know. It's kind of like a wild card, I feel like.
There's a couple of really close games happening right now.
Hey, Ben, I have a question, actually.
What's up?
So I was thinking that Andrew Nembhard would solve a lot of problems, but there's also that one center. He's I don't know what he is really, but I'm not talking about Thomas Bryant. I'm talking about that dude with the long dreads,
Isaiah
on the
Jackson.
Pacers as well. Yeah,
Isaiah Jackson. Okay.
yeah. What do you think of a package with Nemhard and Jackson for I don't know, I haven't thought about this, but probably have to throw Grady, maybe Ochai, and maybe a first or something like that, or 2 firsts. I don't know. I haven't thought about what we would give, but I just kind of like what we would be getting.
Say the deal again.
So Nemhard and Isaiah Jackson for like something around Ochai and Grady, I think.
Nemhard and Jackson around something around Ochai and Grady. I think you would have to give up quite a bit of picks because I think Nemhard is such a proven commodity. So that's kind of where I'm at on that one. Like Nemhard is a more or less very proven commodity, and Ochai and Grady are very hypothetical right now, and I don't think they have tremendous amount of value. But like if Grady pops for you and becomes like Kevin Huerter plus, that's a valuable player for sure. It's a very valuable player.
You know what would help? Sorry, are you trying to? Okay, real quick. What would help Grady to get to that point is to stop. For Scotty to be the guy that's the main ball handler. Like he needs to be the number one guy, and it has to be out of IQ's hands and in his hands more often. But yeah, that's my last comment.
Did you like? I have a question about that. Like, did you like that first quarter? Like how they ran the ball through Scotty and Quickley was setting the screens. It was really great, man. And they did a little bit of that in the second half as well. And quick hitters, man. Quick hitter to Grady, then bam, back to Scotty, back to Jakob Poeltl. I think he's just been such a good connector for this team. So yeah, shout outs to him. Any final thoughts, Recruiter Dude or Liam?
Final thoughts. I can't believe the bum ass Sixers got VJ Edgecombe. That's the only sour note for all this. Like that that kid, like he ran down the court and snatched the ball out of Scotty's hands. Like just an incredible athlete.
Yeah, like, he feels like he could be like at his peak, he could be like a mixture of a bit of a Drew Holiday with the Derrick Rose. It's kind of what I remember, what I think he resembles.
He's a better athlete / defender than RJ, and he looks like he's 19 years old. Like,
right?
Like, it's insane.
Yeah, he's really, he's really humble. He comes from like very humble beginnings and very hungry. Also, very level-headed kid. So they've done a great job scouting him, evaluating him. Really liked him at Baylor. Had some questions about his on-ball creation. Also has some questions about his wingspan, but overall, solid athlete.
Amazing. I'll leave you guys alone. Okay. Have a great night. Thanks. Thanks for the show, guy. Thank you.
Peace.
Yeah, I'm gonna dip as well, Pen. I'm all the way in Brazil. Like I gotta go to bed. It's like 4 hours ahead.
You got 4 a.m. over there?
It's 2 right now.
So you're 2 hours ahead.
Oh yeah. It's just my dad's close to Vancouver, so that's 4 hours.
Gotcha. All right, man, Liam. Thanks a lot for calling. Appreciate you.
Have a good one. All right, bye.
Peace. Okay, I'm gonna go check out this absolute thriller. Chicago, Portland. If you'd like to hear more from me, obviously check us out on the panel. I will be on the panel tomorrow. Player's Choice. Check us out there. We'll be talking. We'll be taking our victory laps. The Toronto Raptors, number 2 in the East after tonight. Wonderful, and the gap on potentially New York, although it seems like New York's about to pull this out against Dallas, and certainly the gap on Cleveland grows. And shout outs, man. This is great. It's good, man. We really followed a team that wasn't going anywhere for a bit. We watched the development. Now we're seeing the seeds of that development. It's great, man. Shout outs to you guys. Please like this video on the way out. It costs you absolutely nothing. Oh, what salute to Pepperjack gifting 10 Pensare Basketball memberships. Shout outs to you. I apologize if I'm coughing right now. I ran out of water like 30 minutes ago right here, and I didn't want to take a break, so I've been trying to pull through, but my throat is done. That's why I'm trying to cut this live. But shout outs to you, Pepperjack, always coming through with the memberships. If you are gifted a membership, what do you get and how does it work? And what happens? Well, shout outs to you. We are very, very close to our goal of 200 memberships by the end of the year, thanks in large part to members like Pepperjack, who is a VIP member. Do y'all have perks? Yeah, sure, we have perks. Chatters, you get member chats. You get your custom stickers coming soon. Main page thanks. Sunday show. Ballers, you get all that. Plus, you get a guaranteed comment response within a week. And I do my best, but I have to admit, last week I've been very laggy on the comment responses. I'll get back to everybody. I will clear that entire list. And VIPs, you get all that. Plus, you get a topic request every single month. You just hit me up on an email. And whether it's a 15-minute, discussion, a trade that you just want to discuss, VIPs, you have the floor. And if it's a super great topic that you want to request, I might even make a video essay about it. So that is what you get for being a member. If you just got gifted a membership, if you're one of those people that just got gifted a membership, shout outs to Pepperjack for that. This is and you also get this. You get a chat every single month, regardless of what membership level you're at. You get a membership chat every single month. So this is really, really dope. So how does this work? Well, you also get the Sunday show. The Sunday show is for members only. If you are somebody that just kind of wants to hang out with a smaller crowd in these lives, those member shows are your jam. We try to talk about numbers, analytics. We do our best to get into the film breakdown. Those videos are not advertised. There's no monetization on that videos. You're not going to get ads on those videos. So it's something that we do every Sunday for about an hour, usually at night. Those are members only. Shout out to you guys. And I promise you, by the end of the summer, after Pen Dance ends, I'm going to start putting some real work into members only videos, early releases and stuff like that. I really do want to make this, I don't want to make this channel like exclusive to members, but I do want to thank members for what they're doing for me right now financially and personally. Memberships are one of the biggest reasons why I'm even thinking that I have a chance to pay off my mortgage this year. So it's been a huge, huge help. Thank you so much. The super chats, the memberships, all that stuff helps a lot. But if nothing else, the likes and the hypes and all that stuff, that helps tremendously. Tell a friend, if you want to hang out, with a fun community that's not toxic, that's rational, that tries to think outside the box every day after the Raptors, a community that was there for them when they were losing all the time, that's there for them now when they're winning. Definitely let them know about PENSARE Basketball. And I will catch you guys tomorrow, probably for a live that pops up in my head at some point. Mike saying, oh, wow, Dallas has a chance to send this to OT. We will see. All right, man. Also, yeah, if you were one of those people who was gifted a membership, your membership expires in a month unless you renew it. You could renew it and become a full-time member like Sparkling or Bueno Kitty or John Hamilton or Pepperjack himself or Zigsaw Puzzle or Ivan, John Hamilton. Yeah. Shout out to all our members, man. Shout out to all of you. Have a great night. Peace. Big win. Big win. Big win. W's in the chat.